What it do?
What it do? What it do?
Man,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
I don't know what just happened just now. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. We got Weezy in the waiting room. I didn't get a chance to do my
You
intro.
keep, I swear,
God.
you keep sending her to the corner, yo. Shit.
What did
Hey
I
man,
do?
I needed to be in the corner all
man,
last
look.
week.
Switch that face.
Yeah,
First
we
of all,
go.
switch that face. We not doing that face tonight.
Oh nah. Oh nah. I got time tonight for you, shouty. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So look, I gotta keep the tradition going real quick. What it do, what it is, y'all. It's your boy telling me Rocky. You know what day it is. It's Thursday, baby. 8:30. Well, it's a little bit past 8:30, but you know what time it is. It's the No Filter Show. And as always, I'm joined by my great co-host.
Yeah, yeah. One and only villain in the white man's cake, quick representing peace, bars, and faith. Yes, I am sliced to death because it is hoodie season. You know what it is. I'm fresh out the asylum. Make sure you cop that album on all the online stores. Asylum. You know what it is.
And of course, this is your man GIMO, aka non-GMO, and we in this motherfucker, and we ready to go. You dig?
and,
Mhm.
and he's elevated on the mic tonight. This is this is the Blue Queen, aka Louisa Harrell. How are you, fellas?
Hey, we
Lovely.
Gracious.
good. We good. We good. Just thought couldn't make it with us tonight. You dig what I'm saying? Just keep her in your thoughts and prayers. You know what I'm saying? She is family, and here's the No
Mhm,
Filter Show. We are family. So when one
mhm,
hurts and one goes through it, we all go through it. So just in case you're listening, you know what I'm saying? We know we told you earlier, but baby, we got your back. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's going on, we got you. You know what I'm saying? Fam squad all day. Um, we're gonna miss you tonight, but we're gonna hold it down for you, baby.
You understand?
You hear me? So first and foremost, man, how was y'all week?
it was all
Man,
right.
I don't even know if I want to answer that question, to be honest. Like
Uh,
it was, I ain't going for it. Me and my family, we had a rough one, but we maintained it. By the grace of God.
indeed. And once again, to you, quick, my condolences, and you know you always in our thoughts and prayers as well.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We
Thank
appreciate
you,
you for mustering the strength up to keep it pushing and actually being here. It takes a lot of strength and courage to
it
do
does.
that. So
It really
you know,
thank
does.
you, thank you.
just want to tell you on air that you know what I'm saying. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying for pushing on, and
hmm
you know,
Always, always.
and
Let's get it
this will
popping.
hopefully this will be that extra strength you need to keep on pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed,
So,
indeed.
but yeah, man.
my,
Other than that, how y'all feeling?
man, I was all right until I ate something. I don't know what the fuck I ate, but my
Was it
stomach is
mayonnaise?
swollen like Pam's ass, bruh. You understand me? From Martin. I don't
Was
know
it
what the hell's
was
going on. I am gassy. I feel like
was
a
it
newborn
mayonnaise?
Okay.
baby, bro. Real
Show
talk. I feel
is,
horrible.
show is swollen.
Hey, look, I feel like Blanco, I feel like rubbing my ass across the carpet
Hey, go
right
ahead,
now.
bro.
Wow.
I was beefing. That's fucked up. You just brought up some ill feelings for me, AI. You started already. Started already. Warning shot. God damn. Miss
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Phoenix,
indeed.
Yes, sir.
what's the business?
What business?
How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good.
You
I'm
good?
glad it's Thursday because I love coming on here with y'all. Y'all
Indeed.
make the beginning of the week disappear. So,
Yeah.
Shoo.
mm-hmm.
It's a whole vibe. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
We
we
have
got some.
exorcised the demons. This house is now clear. Okay.
This
Hey, you
house
Wow.
is
sound.
clear.
Hey,
Oh,
you
the
wild.
healer over there done cleared a few houses, I bet.
Right.
I have no clue what you're talking about, quick. What are you
We'll talk about it later. What
Uh,
are we about to get into right now, Mister Taylor Made
well,
Right?
man, we have a crazy list, and you know me, and I normally shuffle through, but once again, I like the way it's rolling. So we're gonna
Oh,
go. We gonna go straight in the order that we listed. You dig what I'm saying? Let's talk about DJ Vlad, aka in the words
mhm.
of Country Black, Glad. You
Glad.
know, yeah, being canceled, and is he a culture vulture? You know what I'm saying? Like AI, you looking real disgruntled over there. Like you got a whole clip for this
Well,
man.
before we run down what we feel, run through the entire cancellation of him and what is the reason for it.
Okay,
folks.
who want to somebody cover that for me?
So this is what happened. He misquoted the Minister Farrakhan, okay, saying that he said that he was throwing stones at Jews, okay.
Yeah, he wanted
When
everybody
he in
to see
fact
that.
said, I watched the speech, I was there that Sunday, I was on it. You dig? Like he said, cast the stone of truth, a simple metaphor, and he took full advantage of it. And that's about it. Now I'm gonna save my ammunition.
So wait, how do you fuck that quote up?
Because he
Cast the
made
stone of
like,
truths versus throwing stones at.
Yeah, because he
how?
So
because it's pure hearsay. It's pure hearsay. So what he did was, okay, because DJ Glad, aka DJ Vulture, aka DJ Vlad, runs around here. DJ Glad Lock, I guess. He runs around and he actually feeds off of Black culture. I mean, who hasn't been engulfed or intrigued by some of the interviews? Crunchy Black was the best interview in a long time, of course.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm subscribed.
Exactly. I unsubscribed immediately. I unsubscribed immediately.
I'm just hearing about this misquote situation. So you get me.
Wow. So if you're a Lord Jamar fan or Godfrey fan, okay, they finally announced that they are separating or parting ways. Royce the 5'9" went on. Royce the 5'9" said that he is not dealing with him neither. My son,
that I heard.
My son is going in too, bro. You dig? And
I gotta brush up.
My thing with Vlad, and this is no harp on anybody of any religious background, okay? Because there's Jews and there's Jewish, okay? And they get offended when you say Jewish. DJ Vlad claims to be a Russian. Yeah, hell yeah, it's a big difference. You can't say ish. You're Jew. You're a Jew or you're Jewish. And Jewish means that you basically aren't living by. There you go.
All right. Well, thank you, because I didn't know there was a separation there. All right.
Yeah, for sure. So he's been going around. And I think that what he does is that he picks sides. One minute he's Russian, next minute he's a Jew. You dig what I'm saying? So he's playing both sides of the road, and nobody knows what the hell he is or how he works. But I'm gonna digress for a minute because I still got ammunition, y'all.
All right. So. All right. I will say this.
Go ahead.
Well, no, you can go ahead, Rock. Go ahead. I'll go ahead.
No. I want to hear what you got to say.
All right. Well, I'll say this. Just like everyone else, I subscribe to his channel because I was intrigued by some of the people. I was intrigued by a lot of the people who he had speaking, and in the beginning stages, it wasn't even him giving a majority of the interviews, for real. If anything, it was just and for one, just like most people, or at least people like us on this panel here, I like watching interviews. I like documentaries. I like watching debates. I like content of substance, for real, which is why I subscribe to his page. Now, as far as him being a vulture, there's been times on record, and actually during Lord Jamar and Godfrey interviews, where he specifically referred to himself as a guest in this stage of hip hop, in this world of hip hop that was created by Black people. Now, is he a vulture of the Black culture in broad spectrum, especially with what he just did there? You can't argue really about somebody who isn't. But just saying that he isn't, though. It's that one threw me for a loop, but at the same time, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised, because if you're a guest in an art form that was created by Black people, when you're gonna speak on historical Black figures or historical quotes or quotes from historical Black figures, you would figure you would have enough respect or enough due diligence to do your research before you speak on certain things, especially when it comes to a Louis Farrakhan. If you are eating off of a plate that was made by our people, how dare you try to twist the words of one of our prominent figures? You know, I mean, now granted, I haven't seen if he said it in the interview.
He's an antagonist. He's an instigator.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, look, instigator or not, you know, this shit you don't do. You don't make somebody who didn't say anything out of hate, you know, and try to twist it into as if he was doing a hate crime. Because him saying like he throws rocks, saying that he said he'll throw rocks at Jews or something like that, that's painting a narrative on that's defaming someone's character at that point. You know, that's painting a narrative on and he's been caught in several things like this in his interviews by people he's been interviewing before. It hasn't been to that like this magnitude, but he's been caught in times where he wasn't fully knowledgeable on things or where he didn't really do his research on things. And you, as the person giving the interview or the person moderating the conversation that provides you content, you should be fully knowledgeable of everything you say. Point blank, period.
And just to piggyback off of what you just said, like, you know, I'm in school right now, and right now what I'm taking is digital literacy. And one thing that we talked about is pretty much, you know, media sources and all of that. So as media, as reporters, which he is because he's a different type of reporter, we are responsible to deliver accurate information.
Exactly.
Once you start doing shit like that, your credibility goes down, and unfortunately, he's ruining his brand by not doing that. Now that's just on the business side, you know what I'm saying? On the other side of it is just like, what's your motive? Because to my understanding, he didn't retract or create or correct what he said. Hey Bello, what's good, man? I just
what up, Bello?
Had that Bello burn sauce on my dinner tonight, as always. But yeah, it's disappointing because it's like, dude, like you benefit off our culture so much, and you make a mistake like that. You could at least be a man and say, look, let me take that back. I quoted it wrong, and just to move on is insulting. So yes, I agree that he needs to be canceled. You know what I'm saying? Low key, I think he worked for the feds.
And the thing is, was it a mistake? Was it a mistake? And the arrogance that he has, do you think he's going to apologize?
Hell no.
Right.
Well, no, he feels like he gives me, like, when he speaks and when he speaks around to certain people, he gives me the arrogant vibe that nothing's going to happen to me.
It's a privilege.
Just because, yeah, pretty much. And I don't know if it's because he feels that he's attached to certain people. You know, I don't know if it's because he's built a rapport and to some extent a friendship with certain people, because he's interviewed freaking members of the mafia, for crying out loud, or former mob bosses and hitmen and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if that put a battery in him, but he kind of gives off. I've never seen him misquote something and come back and show and correct himself or do any form of show any form of remorse or take credibility to any type of extent.
Rick Ross got at Joe Lewis's ass. It's like, nah, but look, whole T. So the only person, now remember, I think it was 08. he got his socket broken, his eye socket, all types of things, allegedly from Rick Ross, and they settled.
I didn't even know that.
300,000. So he, of course, runs back and forth between. I'm from Oakland. You know, he was supposedly raised in Oakland, right? And then he's cool with certain people, and then all of a sudden, he turns back to the privilege. Okay, you dig what I'm saying? Like, he's been a vulture. Okay. If you didn't look at him, if you didn't see his face, you would never know that he was actually a person of lighter hue. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't know it the way he talks, because he's greasy with it. Like, he really has taken on the culture and the slang, or the turf talk, as they, shout outs to Oakland, the turf talk out there. And he's really involved with exposing or putting other privileged people on safari. You dig what I'm saying? So Lord Jamar and Godfrey decided to quit. Okay, they're no longer going to go on the show. Would you believe, with all the 4.33 million people, including K Quick now? So now you got to unsubscribe, bro. You got to lower that down by at least 1 more %, right?
No, I'm lowering it tonight. Like, you ain't got to worry about that.
Exactly. That he actually never paid any of the people that were on there. Now, they got on there for the exposure. I get it, because he is reaching, Lord Jamar explained that. Even Godfrey explained that, is that they are able to talk to their people at the same time, try to educate the privileged and or the mayonnaise lovers out there. You dig what I'm saying? But a lot of the young guys that he has on there did nothing but expose foolishness, and he fed into that. You dig what I'm saying? Henceforth, the culture vulture.
My question is to y'all: Why do you think we haven't? Why do you think it took so long to cancel? I mean, it's been kind of obvious of the type of person he is. You know what I'm saying? What his intentions are. Well, what took us so long?
A couple of things. One, for the longest of times, because even I didn't know about the Rick Ross thing, but he did a good job covering that. And two, it got to the extent so many credible people were vouching for him, because so many credible people have touched his platform and became regulars on his platform. His most viewed videos were from the Lord Jamar. Most of them were higher viewed because of a controversial, beef that had kind of nothing to do with his platform, and he capitalized off it. So yeah, he's good at capitalizing off of shit. Very good. So that's one thing. So long story short, he had a lot of people that a lot of people involved in our culture hold to a higher regard, vouching for him and riding with him and so on and so forth, that it was able to cloud things or mask things in a sense. That's what I think two of the several reasons were. But yeah, but that second one is a major one in my opinion.
Man, I think honestly, we just got caught up in the hype. That's honestly what it was. We just got smooth caught up in the hype. Like,
I don't know if it's necessarily hype, because remember, a majority of people, there are not 4.33 million black folks that are subscribed to this dude. You dig what I'm saying? I think that he put us on display in order for, or was exposing our code talk. You dig what I'm saying? Like, he was putting us out there in order to show how foolish we can be, and or how overly strong our viewpoints are when it comes to revolution, things like that. A lot of the interviews that he had, what is it? What's my man name from Philly that got locked up recently? AR Ab. A lot of the people end up getting indicted because they feel like, okay, I'm clout chasing. You dig what I'm saying? I'm in front of this dude. You dig what I'm saying?
But see, hold on. Time out. I can't necessarily blame everybody people getting locked up necessarily on him, because there has been a couple smart guests on there that just choose not to answer certain questions. I think people get on that show, get on there and get real comfortable because they feel like, damn, I'm on Vlad. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do some views. So they get on there and they start singing and telling on themselves.
And that's one thing that goes further into the interviewees themselves not having proper PR training. They don't know when to stop talking or when to not give details on certain things. So that part is not so. All he did is turn the camera on. They start talking, in a sense, you know, and not even to forget. Like I said, this goes back. Remember when I said he capitalizes? Remember when Soulja Boy made his quote unquote comeback? Whose platform was he on when he told that story? You know, the blah 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 blah. That was Vlad TV. Next week later, he had the people on the other side of that story come on and tell it.
First and foremost, I gotta address Bello. And I love you, bro. I love your hot sauces. Okay, shouts out. But you ain't gonna escape this wreck right here, bro. First and foremost, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has never been anti-Jew. You understand what I'm saying? He has never been. He is against those Jewish people and people of Israel. You okay? All right. Now we have this big expose going on with Epstein, with Jeffrey Epstein, the island. Okay, people that claim Israel. A lot of those people, and quote unquote, because this is not the views of this show, this is my personal view, is that they have a big problem with pedophilia. That is almost like an escape from them. Okay, he is exposing the people of the bad people that associate themselves with Jewish or Jew culture. You dig what I'm saying? Not everybody practices. You have people that claim Islam, okay, that he goes on to, he rides on them too. Just because you say you are doesn't mean that you're practicing. Okay, so that's a big deal, because at his speech, at the last speech that he had, there were rabbis sitting right there standing next to Nick Cannon. There were Jewish people in there in the audience listening to him. You dig what I'm saying? It's not even about that. He never was anti-Jew or Jewish.
And he always says how much he loves the Jews. He always says that in every speech that he does. He said people always say I hate them, I don't, I love them. So he always reiterates the fact that he has no problem with the Jew people. He always says that.
This is I think with the satanic. Hold on now. So anyway, right, we're gonna address that, Bello. But at the same time, bro, like, have you ever sat down and listened to the minister, like his speeches from, you know, him being on Maury Povich, or you know what I'm saying? Like, have you listened to him deeply and intently enough to understand that a lot of the things that he says is a metaphor? It's no different from reading the Bible, and thinking that something is literal. There probably literally wasn't a burning bush, but figuratively speaking, there was a burning bush. You dig what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to sit up there and dog the Minister Farrakhan, because he's been such a staple in our community and he's helped us. I've personally interviewed the Western regional representative for the Nation of Islam when I was at WEAC Radio. You dig what I'm saying? And they were out there putting out facts for the sisters and even the white sisters. You dig what I'm saying? The people, the allies, the people that are aware and understand that, okay, vaccines are going to kill you. You dig what I'm saying? But I've never heard anything that could be taken out of context from him to where he says, I literally hate all Jewish people or Jews, period. 1,000. I can stamp that on my life. Back to Vlad, punk ass. Real talk, bro. So let's okay, well, hey, look, listen, you dismiss the rhetoric, that's cool. You dig what I'm saying? I was raised a Jehovah's Witness. I dismissed their rhetoric. You understand what I'm saying? To each his own. There were some things that made me uncomfortable about it. but there are people that are still involved in it that are great human beings. And there are people that are involved in certain things, in certain sects of religion that are they're bums. You dig what I'm saying? They're taking advantage of something because they see the power in being a preacher or being on a pedestal. Everybody got goals, bro. You dig what I'm saying? Now everybody's out to heal and be in the back, you know, in the background. You understand? But back to Vlad with his punk ass, okay? Because we got to keep it cultural, okay? Because this is hip hop, and we got 2 hip hop artists on this show, and everybody that's listening, Vlad is the actual. He's a microcosm of how hip hop turned into shit. You dig what I'm saying? You take the culture, and you play it sly, and you know everybody gets exposure or whatever, and they're able to tell their stories, but they're not paying them. This is the long, ongoing story of hip hop. How many artists do we see in the unsungs that complained about contracts and all this stuff? He is the microcosm. And the first thing that he ran to is, I'm a Jew. Henceforth, he is getting canceled because he is fake. You misquote a person, you are a journalist. You should be able to apologize publicly, as you did publicly misquote the Minister Farrakhan. You understand me? And shout outs to West Coast Cam. Cam is an old artist, man, from the West, man. He been riding like crazy, bro. Like everybody been going. I've been going. Hey, man, look, I'm picking sides. I'm drawing a line in the sand. Regardless of if you feel like Mr. Farrakhan hates a Jewish person, regardless of if you think that DJ Vlad hates all black people, you dig what I'm saying? I'm drawing a line for my people. That's it. That's all there is. Maybe he'll recover from this. Maybe he won't. But I know for a fact, I don't hate Jewish people. I don't hate Jews. I don't hate nobody. But facts are facts. And if you go in there and you listen to it, well, he erased it. But if you go in there and you listen to it, he played the game in order to try. He baited D.L. Hughley. This is how this got started. He was interviewing D.L. Hughley and baited him in, and D.L. Hughley just went with it, not even knowing what the Minister Farrakhan speech was about. That's it. I digress.
Dropped a lot of knowledge there, bro. You and Bello, y'all go ahead. Bello said, "Let's finish this dialogue another time, bro."
That's a definite. That's a definite. I'm doing this for the culture. This has nothing to do with religion, faith, nothing. Okay. Disclaimer: everybody out there that's listening, any of the platforms that we're on, this has nothing to do with religion. The fact is that they misquoted him, but that's what we're going to stick to. You dig what I'm saying? I am drawing a line for the culture. Those young brothers, NLE Chopper, all of the guys that he had on there, all the young influencers, you know, all the guys that are out here didn't get paid for the interview, but he got paid for the interview.
I mean, hold on. You can't get mad at that man for making money off of the situation. He's setting up the platform and he's inviting them on for free. That's business. Business is business. You know what I'm saying? And to a certain extent, you can't get mad at the fact that these bombers is going up there and putting themselves in jail. Like I said, they going up there and running their mouth and they talking too much. Obviously, this man is, if you watch his videos, which I'm sure you have, he asks direct questions as if you would think he was actually on the scene. Like, he has a great investigative team. So if you're up there and you know exactly, you know, if you up there and you getting asked questions on a camera, why would you sit up there and put yourself out there like that? Just shut the fuck up.
And also, if there's a, when it comes to getting paid when it comes to getting paid for interviews as well, regardless, the views, he's going to get paid regardless, because the views on his channel generates millions and millions of views a day. A day. Now, as far as people who he interviews, That's their choice to go up there and sit on his couch for nothing. That's their choice. You know, they should have negotiated. All right, I'll do an interview with me, but I'll let you do an interview with me. All right, but I need this too. You know, whoever decided, because there's certain people of certain stature that he had on his platform. There's no way they didn't get something. But for as far as like other folks who didn't get anything, who probably don't know how to negotiate, who probably don't. If I don't know if they have the proper management. If they don't, they don't properly know how to manage themselves. Otherwise, they would have negotiated getting something on the back end for that, or on the front end, whatever. But a lot of that solely relies on the artist or the artist team, you know, because they said yes to sitting on that couch pro bono.
Well, let me go ahead and step in, and I will say that is their foolishness.
Exactly.
You dig what I'm saying? But his highest grossing shows, the one where he got the most views, were from Lord Jamar, Godfrey, and they bust his ass on Black Knowledge. You dig what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
The reason why. Right, but the reason why I brought that up is because people were going after them, saying that they were buck dancing. You dig what I'm saying? Because they had a IG live or a FB live or something like that, that they were trying to explain themselves, and they were like, man, look, I know this dude, he's a good dude, okay? I hang out with him, whoop-de-whoop, right? So they actually called him up together, had a 2-hour to 45-minute conversation, okay? And they asked him, because this is going to get ugly, because the NOI, the FOI, there are a plentiful of people, and they're very
Now granted, so is this Godfrey and Lord Jamar doing this together?
Yes, because they have the United Yamin podcast together.
Okay.
And then Godfrey has his own. You dig what I'm saying? He has the Godfrey We Trust podcast. Y'all go subscribe too, man, because they took a risk on this one. You dig? But a lot of people were accusing him of buck dancing and selling out. You dig what I'm saying? But they weren't, because if you ever listen to their interviews with him, they're always spitting knowledge, or they taking up. You know what I'm saying? For the Black community. Period. They spread knowledge. You dig? And I think that's the reason why I brought up the monetary value of their content. You dig what I'm saying? Like, if you are, and this is what happened when they talked to him. He literally said, well, I've had the best month of my life without you two. And Lord Jamar and Godfrey have brought people there that would not talk to him on the strength, you know what I'm saying, of the fact that he is a lighter hue. But because they backed him and they said, man, he's a good dude, boom. Now everybody is up in arms because he's very slick with words. You dig what I'm saying? And he disrespected the minister, bro. Like, that is a pillar in our community. I don't give a damn what religion you're in, what faith you're in. That is our pillar in our community. You understand?
Yeah. And just so I got it right, because I haven't seen this episode of their podcast. I'm just finding out they got a podcast. I'm abreast on Godfrey's podcast. He's funny, but so you're saying basically they call Vlad up, right? And Glad talking, and yes, I'm gonna call him Glad. So Glad says he has had the best X amount of time without them. He told that to them.
He's had the best month since the controversy started, since the misquote.
Oh, I see.
I mean, come on. Look. Of course, he's going to have the best since the misquote. He said something wrong, and people was upset. People came back to watch. So that's BS. He need to come off his high horse. My bad. That shit just pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? You fucked
and I'm
up.
very surprised it pissed you off. I'm very surprised something pissed you off.
What I really don't like is I really don't like culture vultures. That shit bothers me, and it kind of rolls into the next subject. Like you you hate us so much. You know what I'm saying? Like I think recently they just passed a law where natural hairstyles can no longer be discriminated against. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit just kind of made me mad. Like, why the fuck does a law
Do
have
you
to
need
be
a law to
passed?
wear
Yeah.
stuff that come out of your own head,
You know what I'm saying? But
out your own scalp?
yet and still people of other races are duplicating these same hairstyles. Like what the fuck? Like you hate us, then you love us. Like what? I can't
Well,
give
they
it.
had to. Well, basically, they did that because that was, I guess, that was the only way now to combat past customs. Because back in the day, a woman with or a man with an afro or dreadlocks wasn't deemed appropriate or
Professional.
or professional looking, so on and so forth. Bob Marley said way back in the 70s on a clip, you can look it up on YouTube, like not word for this isn't word for word, but it's the gist of what he said. He predicted that because granted, back in the 70s, that's when the whole Afrocentric, and all that stuff was going on. He predicted that black women specifically were going to do everything they can to look like Caucasians. They were going to straighten their hair. They were going to wear makeup to lighten their hue, and so on and so forth. And lo and behold, next decade it started happening. So
Well, there's a rich history on the reason why dreadlocks and cornrows and stuff like that were despised and still are despised. Because let's think about this, okay? You're already intimidating by the color. You're already intimidated by the reputation of sex. You're already intimidated by us because of our sports prowess, the things that we do great. Okay, Jesse Owens fucked the game up in Germany, bro, with the most hated human being in the history of mankind, Hitler himself, and humbled him. See, there's a certain amount of power. Now you add an intimidating hairstyle that raises your height, that makes you look bigger. It's no different from the lions, man. This is nature at its finest. This is nature at its finest. A lion's mane is meant to be intimidating to other
Bello,
male
behave
lions.
yourself today, okay? Behave yourself, Bello.
You dig? You dig? Hey, Bello, stupid, man. Hey, but look, but even it goes back because when the war in I don't want to misquote this. I want to make sure my facts are good. I think it was Haiti. And when they whooped the French ass, okay, the Frenchmen's asses, whooped them with guerrilla warfare, they grew locks. Locks have always been intimidating, bro. Like anything that we do, because our hair grows upwards, not down. You dig? It just doesn't lay down.
It's a power set. It shows power. Also, with the wrapping of the hair and the hiding of our hair started long time ago, back in slavery, because they started making women wrap their hair up because it was drawing the white men attention from the white women. It was like, okay, say the white women walking in the slaves were walking with their mistresses, and while their hair was out, the other men and the other slave masters became attracted to the slaves. So they began making them, either they would cut their hair, shave their hair off, or they started making them wrap in their hair. So the slave women began to make wraps make wraps and wrap their hair. And instead of making them less attractive, it even enhanced their beauty. So this is a long history of our hair and who we are being hidden, because we have always been attractive. Our natural beauty stands out regardless of what we do. So there's always been an issue with our hair, with how we look, how we dress. So that's why we always had to be ragged. We were mistreated because of who we are.
Now I have to reiterate, because of course I said the wrong continent, but in Ethiopia, okay, King Haile Selassie and all them, the guerrilla warriors, grew their locks out. Okay, and Ethiopia is one of the only few places that did not get infiltrated by the French. You dig what I'm saying? The French missionaries and everything else. it was Ethiopians. Okay, and ever since then, the term dreadlocks wasn't turned by us. It was turned by the intimidation. So our hairstyles, things like that, everything about us, our swag is great, bro. Like we create swag in everything. We brought the rhythmic drum beats. We bring, rhymes. We brought a lot of culture to areas that were very bland. Okay, nobody wants to listen.
We did rock and roll.
Yeah, we did all that.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of locks, man, one thing I thought was cool, and Weezy, please, if you got an opportunity, look this up, because I do not want to say the man's name wrong, but our ancestor, who was deemed the first known black samurai, every depiction I seen of him, he had dreadlocks. And he looked, and he was in the big statue they had in this of him in this museum. I forgot where, but he looked like I think they said his bio said he was about 6 feet or a little bit over, but he looked like a damn beast, just very intimidating in like old gear, and he had dreadlocks, so that was awesome to see a figure like that, because Asia is right next door to the land, right across the street. So of course, and granted, he went over there as a slave. So
I actually took the time to Google it, and it's actually amazing. I'm actually going to take the time to research.
And you know what? In a little plot twist. They were actually about to. Yeah, him. But I think I want to say that's the proper way to say it. But they were actually about to make a movie about him, and Chadwick was going to play him.
I know. I just saw that.
Chadwick was about to play him, and he would have been perfect for that, in my opinion.
Yeah, he was supposed to play the. Let me see. My bad. I'm pulling articles up. Yeah, that released in May of 2019. He was actually tapped to play the first Black Samurai.
Yeah,
that would have been dope.
It would have been fire. And that figure that you look at, how do you say his name again, Weezy?
It said, I probably didn't pronounce it right. Let me see.
But give us an idea. I know I've heard it pronounced like 2 different ways, so I don't know which way is correct.
Yosaki.
We need a linguist.
Yeah, we do.
It's Yosuke. It says YASUC.
I think it's you. I think it's Yusuke or something. I think it's Yusuke. Yeah, Yasuke. One of those. Yasuke. So but yeah. When I first heard about him and looked him up, I read like his whole bio, and I was like blown away by it, just because how the figure of him looked. It looked it felt so empowering, to see that figure, especially with the long dreads and all that crazy-ish, I just thought it was so fire. And it would have been great to see Chadwick play him, but I hope they push forward with the film and just, cast somebody who can do it justice,
Hey team. And we might have to get with Bello. He just gave me another film idea. Oh, he said he's the first DC samurai.
Hey,
Bello,
that'd be dope.
Yeah, man.
That's how we going, bro.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Samurai. Damn.
But we got to be trill about this, man. Listen, let's go ahead and dig this, okay? Culturally, everywhere in the world, every continent is full of aboriginals, aka darker colored people. The Scots, the Irish, Black,
Asian.
No, yeah. Every Asian culture has Black people. I remember, Rock. We talked about the Negritos, right, in Philippines, right?
Yeah.
There you go. You looked it up. You were shocked, right?
I just want to say to everybody listening, when you get a chance, like really to say, because the way you said, I can't say it that way. You say like I call them the Negritos.
The Negritos.
Yeah, you gotta roll the tongue with it.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how I earned to roll that tongue, but it was a lot of work, bro. Sometimes you feel it right here in your temples, but you got to work at it. You did.
Hey, that sounds like a whole nother show.
Mine comes with a list, so.
Hold on. Hey, Weezy.
I have a list. What?
We know exactly.
I have a list. Okay.
Where it came from.
I know how it got
from
there.
Birth, goddammit.
I know how it got there.
No,
you always had a list.
Those grits.
Yeah, and the raisins used to always get the raisins used to always get stuck in the front teeth, and when you talk, your tongue used to always bump against the raisin that was stuck there. So.
Yeah, I swear to God, Country Wayne did it the best, when he saw them goddamn raisins in that potato salad. If I see black specks in my motherfucking as big as roaches,
he thought it was roaches.
In my goddamn grits, I'm gonna smack the shit out somebody with them joints. You understand?
And look, real quick, since we're talking about food, I have to do my shameless plug. Stop missing you. I'm using your lingo tonight. Make sure y'all go to www.belloburn.com and grab some of that great hot sauce. I swear, you can put it on everything,
bruh. Hey, look, shout out to Bello, bruh. Like real talk, I damn near went to the hospital and asked if they put that shit in the IV, bruh. You understand? I was in that joint like this. Like I can't get enough of that joint, Like real talk, bro.
Yeah, it definitely.
That's hot.
It definitely really brings out the flavor in the food. And then he just cites me just now because guess what he just said? Bam! The mumbo is coming up.
Liddy.
Say no more. Look, a nigga I'm eating healthy, so I can't eat wings. But if you do the mumbo salad, I promise I'm coming back to the wings.
Facts. I'll do that just for the mumbo sauce.
Bro, you can do that with fried cauliflower, bro. You gonna be okay.
But there are plant-based wings that I've tried that are pretty damn good.
Dog, come on, time out.
Bruh, I can't you, bro. I'm doing this.
Do not talk to me,
bro. Look, I'm a black man.
No, I need my shit fresh off the farm. Maybe a little bit piece of the feather on it. No, plant-based. All right,
you had. I was letting you rock until you said the feather. No, I can't get you even that. Sorry.
I'll play. Anyway. Well, you know, in the hood cookout, you know what I'm saying, they get the low budget wings. The Jones they got all the feathers, so the shit ain't fry off. They just a part of the batter and shit.
Oh no! I hope no beef was in there. But anyways, before we move on, last thoughts on Glad.
Fuck him.
Hey, time out. Even Bello want to know what is a plant-based wing. Now you gotta explain it.
All right, okay,
bro. You gotta. All right. See,
you want to do it or you want me to do it? We gonna do it together, bro.
No, you can go ahead. All I know is it tastes good. Go ahead.
All right. So the plant-based wings are either soy-based or tempeh-based or mushroom-based. Like, you can take shiitakes and different type of mushrooms and deep fry the shit out of them, bro. And I'm telling you now, they don't taste no different.
They don't. And and that's the kind I had that was mainly made of like mushrooms and like the main ingredients was mushroom and I think cauliflower. But the way them joints was seasoned up, all that stuff.
You talking about the jackfruit?
Oh, the jackfruit, yeah. I'm glad you said that, Sanique, because there is a recipe for vegan ribs that they make out of jackfruit, and it looks hella good. And jackfruit, by the way, is one of the more popular meats. One of the more popular meat supplement. What's the word I'm looking for? Replacements. One of the meat replacements in the vegan pescatarian way. I'm actually trying to experiment with that some more. But yeah.
Listen, and look, Bello, the reason why they tried to force feed you soy is because it feminizes men. Okay, it has a phytoestrogen component to it that eventually synthesizes in the blood and it turns you into a goddamn girl. A lot of the problems that we're having nowadays, and this is only scientific. This is only scientific, and this is a theory. Okay, because of course, don't misquote me. These are my views. This is not the views of the No Filter Show. Okay, but from what I researched is that soy milk might be the cause of extra tight jeans. That's it.
Hold on, wait a minute. Talk about. Let's recap. You said it makes
extra tight jeans.
And I'm working on mine. Hey, look, I wear semi-fitted jeans, yeah, so don't.
Well, let's
You been eating soy,
let's
bro?
say, but wait.
Is
Too
it
much.
the soy sauce?
You can't tell
soy more than we think.
But like in defense, you can't tell me that them pants people wore in the 70s and 80s weren't super fitted. I'm just saying.
They were polyester. They ain't had no choice but to be fitted.
Hey, listen, hey, bro. Hey, thank you for having my back on that one, bro. I was just talking a little gangster shit, just some bullshit. You understand me? But make the people laugh or whatever. But yeah, it does have phytoestrogen, so you have to be very careful. Men have to be very careful on their soy intake.
Bello defending skinny jeans, by the way. He got a problem with what you said, my guy.
What? Hold on now. Anybody that's been around me knows that I wear skinny jeans, okay?
Oh, let's see.
My calves be tight. You know what I'm saying? I sag them just enough so that my thighs don't burn. You understand me? Big boy alert.
Right.
You dig?
Hey,
right. While we still can, please, next subject.
Man, look, I was about to say, fuck y'all niggas that can wear skinny jeans, bro. You dig what I'm saying?
Hey, go ahead.
You know, big people in skinny jeans just don't do it, and I'm still trying to figure out why do they even try it? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
my problem is, why do you choose skinny jeans and still try to sag your pants? It don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Choose one or the
There's
other.
There's a method to that madness. Okay, there's a method to that madness. You don't have to show your drawers. Sometimes you gotta pull them. Okay, so bruh, I'm telling you now, bruh, if you ever get you a pair, bruh, they should only fit tight around your calves, bruh. You dig? Like, I swear to God, yeah, you
hold on,
fine, bro.
No,
Rick Ross wears them.
Bell-bottom.
Rick Ross has a size 45, 48 goddamn skinny jeans, bro. They make them just for you, just for anybody, bruh.
Bruh.
Right.
I swear.
I'm not about to talk about
I'm
skinny jeans
not
right
about to
now.
walk around, bruh. I'm not about to walk around with parachute pants on, bruh. You dig what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, because
Hey,
MC Hammer had the baggy ass top pants and had the ankles on the bottom.
So for the culture, before we move on, we gotta address that, young. How stupid did we look in the goddamn 90s, young? Oversized tees. Oh my God.
Well, I ain't going front. I ain't going front. It got even crazier in the 2000s because, granted, there was dudes who were like a size small wearing 4XL shirts, like straight up.
You want to know something?
Oh my God!
You know what? The way fashion set up, big people have we have no way of winning.
No, none at all.
Listen. For the men, it's hard because back when big clothes was popular, it was hard for the big boys to find clothes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's actually they actually fit them.
Now everything is slim and skinny. I'm sorry, I don't want to be I don't want to be in a shirt where if I hiccup, I'm scared that the stitching underneath my arm is going to
You're not, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna tell you this.
Shameless
plug. I'm a shameless plug. All the clothing on the BVF clothing line, on my brand specifically, my ish goes up to 5XL. So my big homies, I got you.
Hey, look. Hey, shout out to Bello. Hey, Bello. Low key, I've been on a weight loss journey. I'm low key trying to get it together, man. Soon as I get it together, bro, I swear I'm not wearing a shirt for a whole year.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going.
You're muted, AI. You are muted.
Yeah, he talking shit too. Look at
y'all ain't been going around to the big and tall stores because they make fitted clothing for big men, bro. I'm 256, bro. I'm 256 pounds.
Hey,
bro, I'm with y'all on this.
But I'm gonna tell you, Rock, I'm with you on that notion because granted, at my heaviest, I weighed 380. Okay, 380. I'm about right now. I fluctuate between 250 and 270. That's like my plateau. I'm that I just broke actually. But anyways, As soon as I got down there, as soon as I got past the 100-pound mark that I lost 100 pounds, I was walking everywhere in a tank top. I was just walking around flexing everywhere, nothing but a tank top. Straight up.
Hey, trying to tell you. I told my wife, look, don't buy me no shirts for a whole year. Don't worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just coming out. I'm going outside to shovel snow with no shirt on. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Y'all gonna be like, I'm gonna make world style. The guy that doesn't wear a shirt for 1 year straight. Hey, you know what? We need to check Guinness Book of World Records because that may be a world record. No shirt for no shirt for a whole year.
Man,
you need to be old. You need to beat old boys record because there's some dude who's either in Guinness Book of World Records or Ripley's Believe It or Not, who was so desensitized to extremely cold temperatures. He actually climbed, like, I don't know if it was Mount Everest or whatever, but he climbed a mountain all the way up to the peak wearing nothing but shorts, sneakers, and that's it. Like no shirt.
No.
Caucasian guy.
You talking about? He's from the Netherlands, from Amsterdam or whatever. Not the Netherlands, but Amsterdam.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And he did it barefoot up that motherfucker.
See, barefoot. There he is, barefoot, no shirt, nothing. You can beat.
But he's Caucasian, okay? Black people, we don't last long in the cold, bro.
He can break the record for the black folks. So, bro, you got to be the first black dude to do it. Knock that out. Hey, bro, I love you. Hey, Rock, I love you like shit, bro, but I don't want to see your nipples, huh?
Hey, look. Hey, bro, look, don't worry. By the time I do that, it's going to be tattoos all over it. Only way you get able to see it is you look real hard.
Oh, he gonna get chest tattoos.
You gonna camo the nipples, nigga? You gonna actually camo your nipples. You gonna disguise your nipples as what?
Yo, I'm dying.
Hey, look, it makes it a little fun for wifey. She got to find the nipple.
Yeah, he gonna get T-bone steaks tattooed over his nipples and shit.
Hey, go ahead. I should get a big ass face on my chest and make the nipples the eyeballs and shit.
Oh, you ain't.
Oh, that's a never mind. Next.
Oh, what's your is the belly button gonna be the mouth?
Yeah, it'll be my face though.
Your eyes gonna be so far.
Oh, yo, I'm done.
Hey, look,
what is it next?
It can't be no worse than my profile picture right now because that nigga eyes in space. Be fuck out.
Bruh, I've never seen somebody's eyes match their beard, bruh.
Oh,
I've never seen that before, bruh. Like, all his shit need to be trimmed, Mo. Like, he need help.
It looked like his no, but pause all the way, but it looked like his mouth is upside down. Almost.
Like shit.
Hey, look, hey, Rob. Can you turn that picture upside down? What's right now? Yeah, I want to see. He might. Hey, Slim, it might just work, yeah.
Yo, I can't stand him for that idea.
Hey, Bello, that is the teenager, bro.
He's 19. He's 19.
Right, he's 19, bro. He's 19.
He said that ain't
talking about a. You talking about a rough fucking life, Mo? You talking about a rough life?
He been through some ish in adolescence.
Yeah, he been thrown in the washing machine a couple times, bro. He is used, bro.
He started smoking Jacks when he was 3.
Oh, straight up.
Damn.
No, they put they put more liquor in his baby bottle. Like straight up.
Go ahead.
Nah. Nah, it had to be something worse. It had to be something worse than that. It had to be something worse than that. Yeah.
No, they put that 211 in there. No, that's
See, y'all a little young. They probably put Crazy Horse in this shit. You know? Everybody out there that's damn near 40 knows about Crazy Horse. You know? That was a drink.
And Bello said he off the dip set.
He said he off the dip set.
Oh no.
Mo. But yeah, fuck Vlad, y'all. Fuck Vlad. And fuck that picture.
All right, so
what we got next, bro?
Next we got Offset and Cardi. I'm not really too thrilled to talk about them. I mean, personally really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean,
unless I'm kind of with you on that one, but unless the healer has like a word of advice, you know, to anybody who may be in this situation, what guidance and advice of healing and health and mental nourishment could you sprinkle upon any listeners that may be going through this?
Oh,
I like when I put her on the spot like that.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
she makes me sick. No, I mean, well, the thing is with her, she says she's not divorcing him over the infidelity and no, he doesn't have another child on the way. She said she's divorcing him because she's just sick of arguing, and she's tired of back and forth. And I was like, when I read it, I was like, wow, that's wow.
Now the theory is, and this is when we need. Hey, look, hey, we are missing you, Star. But the theory is, and this is just hearsay for right now because I haven't seen anything confirmed by her.
Allegedly.
But he was arguing over her imagery or how her portrayal is in the media and the song WAP and like the way she's going, because I'm pretty sure we've heard her rap before in other songs and she can kill a verse. I hate to say it. Nobody wants to hear it, but she can rap some thug shit. But now all of a sudden it's all
wait. I heard that
it's all F action.
But and to combat that, it's been proven she ain't the one who wrote that thug shit. Just saying.
Now, all right. Now let's do this. Let me be the hip hop historian. NWA, the greatest goddamn people, the greatest group ever. Ice Cube wrote and DOC wrote most of that shit. But delivery is everything. You dig what I'm saying?
But but when somebody says she killed that verse, or somebody who didn't write it killed that verse, I'm like, they didn't write it though. Because part of killing it is you put that ish together to rap. Like I can write a verse and coach somebody how to read it. To me, that there's a big difference.
They still got to deliver, just like a lot of R&B singers who didn't write their own songs, but they have the voice. The talent is in the voice. Rap, you being a lyricist, the talent is what you can create with your pen. For real, that's rap. As long as you got a voice as a singer, they'll put you in a studio with 30 writers if they have to. But you got the voice of an angel. But I will not call you a lyricist if you're not the one creating the lyrics at all. Okay, that's like being said, can she be the one with all the backlash then? Should she be the one with the backlash?
Well, this is the thing. I can, like, granted, that's how she chose the imagery and all that stuff is still her. Now, as far as rap goes, you can call her a rapper, you can call her a performer, you can call her an entertainer. Won't call her a lyricist though. I can't put her in the list of top female lyricist or anything like that, because I heard the dude who writes for her makes music himself, and you can see the identical in writing, because I can pick, his name is Partisan Fontaine. I actually heard the original version of what's her song, Be Careful. I liked his version better. For real. Like the one that he actually used to pitch to her, I liked how he did it better. For real. You know, so but all in all, like this is the best analogy I can give when it comes to writing, because like I'm just very, very serious about my craft and about the art form of being a writer, a composer, and a lyricist. This is the same thing as if an artist, a painter, paints a beautiful portrait, but instead of him, I sign my name on it and I take the credit for it. I'll get all the glory, but I'm not the one who created them lines and those shadings and colors and put that stuff together. No, I'm not the one with the artistic talent. The person who painted it is. Same thing with writing raps. Yes, you said it. Your name is on it. Did you write that? No, you didn't. Therefore, you can't get that glory, in my opinion.
Right.
So, are we really gonna? I mean, we done went off on a whole nother tangent.
I want to weigh on the situation. I didn't mean to cut you off, AI. I just wanted to ask the question, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, have you guys really listened to her verse on that song, and compared it to any of her previous songs or music?
I have.
Okay.
It sounded like the 8-foot stallion wrote that for.
All right, so real
shit.
quick, I got a special guest. I got a special guest host that just chimed in a second. It's a little surprise. But real quick, like listening to that song without watching the video, just me having my headphones on and played it, it's like, damn, that song was actually vulgar as shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, as a man, you know what I'm saying? Would you really want your woman out here talking like that? You know what I'm saying? Because even though it's just music, it's inviting to outsiders because now you talking about what you got and you painting the picture to the public. But before we weigh in on that, let me go ahead and bring our special guest host, co-host in here. Ladies and gentlemen.
So we got a guest.
He was on here recently. Got good reviews off it. We're gonna go ahead and bring him back. Always drop some real shit. Give it up for the one time, the OG.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Hey,
Are you ready for war?
Are
you ready for war? Are you ready for fucking war, bro?
Ass back.
I got my
You in the war
poppin',
room
OG?
now, huh?
right here, my WAP.
How
My WAP is right here.
you doing this evening, OG? What's popping?
Hey, K Quick, what's up with you, man? Hey,
Man, bless.
I just want to say, man, y'all amazing, man. I love this show, man. You know,
Hey, much
Appreciate it.
love, man.
Thank you.
Man, thank you so much,
I got
bro.
my candles lit for the WAP, right? Yeah.
So
I love
Bella,
that show, man.
how you feel about the Cardi Offset splitting, and do you think that her recent single with Meg has something to do with it, or was it more?
Well, you know what? And I'm speaking from a man that was in a marriage. You know, I was married for 16 years. You know what I mean? I understand what he's saying about he don't want, you know, his woman is, but they both in entertainment. But what about what she feel? Because he done had some songs, you know what I mean, talking about women. You know what I mean? He done had some songs talking about WAP in so many words. You know what I mean? So you can't be a hypocrite. You know, you can't be, you know, I don't want my woman. Come on, man. When you met her, she was doing it. It's like taking a girl out of the strip club and trying to make her a housewife. You know what I mean? You already know what she was up to. So why? It's entertainment. But if it's true, you know, that she's you know, tired of arguing back and forth, I understand that part. You know what I mean? At some point, and you know, throughout my marriage in 16 years, you know, I was just, you know, I was unhappy for the majority of the time. You know what I mean? And the reason being is because, you know, I was an artist and she wasn't. You know, she didn't even want me in music at all. But that was my desire. So I never had that home support from my wife. You know what I mean? But this is different with them. Like they both in music. Like they need to just get it together.
Now, let me ask you this, because you say you was married for 16 years. Now, everybody know that relationships ain't always sweet. You gonna have disagreements and arguments. You know what I'm saying? I can speak personally that, you know, at first, the early part of me and my wife's relationship, we argued a lot. At what point do you say, fuck it, or we have to figure out a better way to communicate?
Well, you know what? This is my thing, right? I didn't really take the appropriate steps in my marriage then to fix things. You know what I mean? Like I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go fuck another bitch. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I'm gonna take that negativity. like I mean, for real. Like, and I'm telling you the absolute truth. But as I grew up, because I got married at 22, I got married very young. You know what I mean?
I got married.
19. 19 right here, huh?
I was 20.
You know, and the thing about it is I got married when I came out of prison, like straight out of prison. I got married like a year later. So I didn't have the dating life. I didn't have the experience to go out and date and, you know, find what I really wanted. When I married her, she was very successful then. She's very successful now. She's a software engineer, and I don't want to put too much out here because I love her still, and she's the mother of my kids, and we have a great relationship today. But I'm gonna tell you this, I messed up a lot in my marriage, right? And a lot of men don't want to admit that. Instead of me dealing with the problem as a man, I was a coward. And I just said, fuck it, I'm just gonna fuck this bitch and fuck this bitch and fuck this bitch. And and that's what I did. And it just took it to a point where it wasn't no coming back. But after the divorce, 16 years later, after the divorce, I started having nostalgia. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, you know what? That was a good ass woman, man. You know what I mean? If I would have had the balls as a man to say, all right, let's sit at the table. I never sat her at the table. I just demanded what I wanted. And if she didn't do it, I'm angry and mad. And this woman took me all across the world, man. You're talking about a 6-time felon that traveled the world because of her. She done gave me 2 beautiful daughters, one in the top school in America, in Emory University. One is a top volleyball player in Howard County. They live in a fucking $1 million house right now. And guess what? I got the keys. Because she still respect me highly, even though I did all the wrong shit, leaving out the Island Cafe with a bitch, fucking a bitch, doing all kinds of shit. I always had expensive cars, and guess who bought it? She did.
You had it too good. That happens to the best of us. When you're young like that.
First house at 22, just coming out of prison, $300,000 house back in 1999.
Yeah.
Wow.
4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, big ass backyard. Like I had it all. But my flesh got the best of me and I fucked it up.
But we still got to get back to the point, bro. This really wasn't necessarily about him cheating. They just couldn't see eye to eye. Now, I mean, how many people get divorces over not seeing eye to eye? Her explanation for it is just instead, and funny enough, let me go back to what you were saying, bro. My bad. Exactly what you said is that instead of her getting cheated on again because they don't see eye to eye, she'd rather leave.
But you know what, bro?
Right.
We didn't get divorced because of my cheating. She wasn't willing to let me go. We got divorced because I felt like we didn't see eye to eye. I felt like we wasn't compatible.
Let me ask you this. Was there a certain amount of intimidation?
No.
Because she had everything? She had things made?
It wasn't no intimidation on my part because I felt like I was always a grinder, even though if I had $5 or $10 or $100, I was always a grinder. I always set myself in a position to grind as much as possible. That's why I am where I am now. Now, mind you, when I met her, she was making around $75K a year. This is back in 1998. She making like damn near $250K right now. I'm bringing up the rear. I'm at like damn near $150K right now. But then I'm like, damn, if I would have just stuck with her, and just, and man, we could have $400,000 a year. We still do because we still operate as a family, regardless of what happened. But what I'm saying is this: sometimes we get set in this way where we really don't even want to talk. We know what we want. She was very conservative. You know what I mean? And a nigga like me from the street, I don't want no conservative woman in the bedroom. I want to get freaky. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like straight up. Like you got to be a Kama Sutra fucking with me. You dig me? You know what I mean? And she was
I think that
conservative.
But now we gotta be realistic. Now she's a mother. She's a representative of her child.
She was a mother
the
18
imagery,
years ago. My daughter 18.
Okay. But now her personality is going to be recorded to forever be immortalized for their child, a female, to grow up and see it. Is that not something of concern for a father? Because we haven't heard much from the Migos.
Yeah.
We haven't heard, his past is his past, but I mean, we got to be realistic.
But just because we ain't heard nothing don't mean we ain't going to hear nothing.
Yeah,
but are they going to talk about the same thing?
Right. I went searching to see if he said anything, and I couldn't find a thing.
I mean, I understand the point though. You know, as a father, you know, you don't want your wife, you know, doing this. Like, you know, I get that. You know what I mean? But they both in the entertainment world.
That's why I say it's kind of, if you want to take it that route, it's kind of a double standard.
It is
on her part.
It is
on both, you know, but they are in the entertainment, so he should be a more understanding. And she also said that she wouldn't want her daughter listening to that song. So it's kind of, you know, she put it out there, but she wouldn't want her daughter listening to it.
You know, I don't allow my kids to listen to Harley. None of my old songs.
That don't mean they ain't gonna find it.
But they can find it, but it's not gonna be. I'm not gonna give them a help. I'm not gonna help them with it.
Right.
But they, you know, they in the entertainment business. You know, you know, I can't find too many positive Migos songs. I can't find too many positive Cardi B songs. But even still, I mean, look at the, you know, one of my favorite songs, you know what I mean, My Neck, My Back. You know, that thing come on.
No, that was
Kaya.
Kaya.
Now imagine if her husband was in entertainment and she came out with that song.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta learn how to separate entertainment from reality.
Mm-hmm.
Cause a lot of rappers talk about gunplay. You know, you heard about, you know, the little thing that happened not too long ago, the shooting that Moneybag Yo joint. Yeah. You know what I mean? You rap about all these guns and drugs and stuff, but when it hit the fan for real, now you want to say it's entertainment. Keep it that way. Keep that same energy all the time. It's entertainment. Denzel Washington played a lot of negative roles, right? You talk about black actors that played a lot of negative roles. They happily married, some of them. Or if you want to say they happily married, I don't know.
But we got to be trill about this. We got to be trill about this because we just talked about this, I think, last week. We just touched on this as far as hip hop culture, is that it's a big ass difference between rap and acting.
I don't think it is.
You don't think it is. But everybody that's out there in our culture dictates that we want real.
But that don't mean it's a big difference. It's the perception from that individual.
But we don't judge actors because actors flip scripts.
Look,
you dig what I'm saying?
A lot of rappers are actors, bro.
Mm-hmm. I'm hip. I'm already hip. Now we're living in a time in an era where we don't have to worry about that. You dig?
But they talk about Dracos and killing a nigga on every track. They might as well go ahead and contact Hollywood and shoot a movie for it. You know what I mean?
How do the other fellow MCs feel about this? Like, I mean, you know, y'all guys are just cooling, but I need y'all guys to really like chime in on this because we got 3 of y'all in here tonight. You dig? So, we already had our arguments and our falling outs about this, but as far as the culture, could you handle your wife and the mother of your child talking about how wet her WAP is?
And it's probably ain't even wet.
Well,
it's probably the worst WAP ever. It probably doesn't even exist. It's probably a mythological fucking creature.
Pack of hot dogs down.
All right. Now, if I'm just speaking, all right. If I'm just speaking from the Cardi, oh shoot, I knocked my mic over. Shoot. If I'm just speaking from the Cardi blooper reel, if I'm just speaking from the Cardi being Offset situation, you know, because granted, like as Bello stated, they're both in the entertainment business. They know what type of business it is, and so on and so forth. And Cardi B, more so, is indeed an entertainer and one of the more popular ones. Like, there's songs from her that I like, you know, that I personally like. But now, if anybody who has been following, or at least even if you haven't been following her whole career, if you have done even the slightest bit of research on her and seen her upbringing, you know, like before rap and how she was and her personality on reality TV, her personality has always been, you know, that way. You know, she was an exotic dancer. at one point in her life, you know. And granted, she's and if anything, she's just bringing her experience to imagery, you know. If anything, I didn't see what AI said, but I'm not gonna read it because it's gonna throw me off. But anyways, long story short, I would imagine if Offset married this woman, he knew all about her personality, and knew where she come from, and knew what her public image and perception is. So therefore, he can't act like anything she does is really that new or shocking to her, because it's or shocking to him, because I would hope that he knew what came with that whole package.
Would you say, King, that he might be passive aggressive?
There's a possibility.
Or controlling.
Well, granted, I can't. I don't know, because I'm not in that household.
That could definitely be.
It could be. But at the same time, aside from his music, I don't know Offset. I don't know how Cardi is, like, outside of
Well, let me
music.
Let me ask you this. Outside of Cardi B and you know, let me ask you this. If you got a male rapper, right? And he raps all gangster rap and talk about pussy and all this shit on every track. And he meet a female rapper that does the same thing in the beginning. They get married, and then he tell her to change her lyrics.
No, that it gotta go both ways. It gotta go both ways, you know, because it's like, all right, look, that goes back to what I was saying. You knew the person you were marrying from the jump. You know what their brand is. You know what their audience is. You know how they are marketed, and you know how they're pushed to the public. And when you marry that, you're not only marrying that individual, you got to marry all that marketing and business that they bring in with it.
Somebody that's a stripper and she dance, that's like me meeting her. I'm like, okay, you can't dance no more, not even in the house.
Yeah, but some people do that. Some people get married and expect people to stop doing what they were doing.
That's the problem.
Before. And like you
when
said,
you get married, you try to change.
You try to, but see, that's the thing. You were supposed to put all that stuff on the table, and
I mean, you know, like
before you get married, you know.
I understand that, but you know what I'm saying, like let's be real and really examine what the possible issue could be. You know what I'm saying? This is your wife that's out here, you know what I'm saying, showing her ass, talking about how wet it is, being completely vulgar. You know what I'm saying? I know, as a man,
she's been vulgar.
I feel you.
She has.
I feel you. But as when you're in a marriage, you feel me? Part of a marriage is growth. You feel me?
So what's she supposed to do? Sing opera now?
Nah, not saying that, but there has to be. Hey, bro, if she drops an opera album, I'm gonna blame it on you.
What's she going to do? Make a gospel album now?
What I'm saying is, like, there has to be out of respect. You feel me? There has to be a line that you just don't cross. And
so if both of them, will he do the same thing? Will he do the same thing?
I mean, it would have to. It would have to.
Hold on.
It would have to.
It would have to.
No. But y'all have to understand, when you are in the business, you're in the business. And if this is something you don't want your spouse to do, you have to come together before the marriage to make these expectations or these understandings known. You can't just get in there and then and that's what we do. We do that.
No communication.
They never did that.
Yeah.
That's why they're having the problems. They didn't come together before the marriage and talk about expectations.
And most of us don't.
And you know what, this goes back every time we have a conversation on a relationship in turmoil. It always goes back to the key thread in the fabric, and that is communication. And something was not communicated. Of course, it's not only communication.
I mean, what I say that is because no. What I'm saying, I'm sorry. Communication is not just you can talk all day long. It's the fact of, do you understand what I'm saying? Are you taking what I'm saying and are you digesting it? I know that if people say communication and they only talk about talking. No, you have to understand. If you broke it down in a way that you can deal with what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's why whenever we speak on communication, we also break down the true meaning of that. Like as she just said, communication is not just talking, because two people can make a lot of noise all they want and nothing gets processed. Mm-hmm. It can be one ear and not the other. There's a big step in communication is listening. You gotta listen.
You got.
Then after you listen, you gotta understand. What's the comment?
A comment from one of the viewers. It was like, where was his respect when he cheated?
Oh, that was Zena.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so if you're talking about communication, a part of communication is talking. That's literally like a third, maybe a fourth of communication. But you also got to know how to follow the conversation before you can lead the conversation. You know, you got to listen and process and understand, because listening, processing, and understanding is how you come to a resolution.
Nah, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you what I think happened. I think
what you think?
He knew what he was getting into off Bucks, right? Okay, cool. The pressure got to him. You dig what I'm saying? As she starts to grow, she's going to push the limit even more and more and more. It's more and more attention, and it was just too much, and he couldn't handle it. So then he was caught saying, babe, can you tone it down just a little bit? You dig what I'm saying? Probably sparked some arguments, and now it's coming down.
So you think it's ego? So you think it's ego?
In the spirit of Star, there's also another conspiracy. Okay, because my man Bello told me to go ahead and take over for Star, right?
Yeah.
There's also another conspiracy that her boyfriend is coming home from prison, or her ex-man is coming home from prison.
I don't know, man.
I think that's a reach.
It's just a theory.
I think that's a Michael Jordan reach.
That's the Space Jam joint.
Hold on. Hey, go ahead.
That was
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar out that joint, skyhooking that
joint. But now, granted.
Wait a minute. The nigga that's coming home, is he a millionaire?
You said what again?
Is he a millionaire?
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
hell no.
Why would she? That don't make sense.
That's true. Why would she give up $1 million for a nigga coming home that don't even got a driver's license?
Some women like to control the actual narrative, bro. We've all been there. I've had women that have had millions. You dig what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure every man has met a semi-rich thousandaire or somebody that had it going on. You dig?
So
now, granted,
I'm gonna tell you what I think. I'm gonna tell you what I think it is.
I
think he's a control freak. And I'm gonna say that because I think that he knew what he was getting into. He knew he trying to switch up the platform. He trying to switch it up now. He knew what she was about. He knew what she was rapping about before they got married.
Well, maybe, just maybe, in these days and times with everything that's going on, she has been a bit of an embarrassment going on there with what's Fulio name, the dude that smells hair, the weird guy, Biden, right? She goes on there with Biden, and she's an embarrassment, of course, to the culture again. She is not. Her realm is not politics. Can you imagine having somebody that is a airhead?
Right.
Go out there and represent your family crest or your last name. You dig what I'm saying? Your surname. She's probably just an embarrassment, bro. Like, she probably acts like worse in the bedroom, bro.
True.
Well, now, granted, now two things. First,
thank you, Stan.
I do remember one situation where she went on Instagram Live while she was taking a shit with diarrhea, and you could just hear the shit just running like.
Who the fuck can handle hearing their woman take a shit on IG with diarrhea, Mo?
I don't care.
Who can do that?
How much money a person makes or how much money a person has. Money, like when you come from a certain level of poverty, that shit gonna stay with you. Regardless of how much money you got. You're gonna act that way because that's where you come from. Because a lot of us wasn't taught finance. You know, the first dollar we get, we run to the ice cream truck. You know what I mean? So she come from that poverty, so that money ain't taught her nothing. She gonna act out even more because she can.
I think I'm probably the only light-skinned motherfucker in the world that would laugh at that shit. Just be like, oh, ain't that shit retarded? You know, like I would do it with her. I'd be like, let's shit together.
Wait a minute.
We shit together.
I can't even see. You don't look
this guy.
We're supposed to cry together.
Hey, you gotta wait till you gotta wait till December. Around December 22nd, I'm gonna be real light-skinned, bro.
When it get cold outside, he turn into Prince.
I know during the winter months, but
my Jerry curl come back, everything be sexy, bro. I'm telling you, young women love me.
Now on the upside. Now on the upside, now let's just say theoretically on the upside, do you think them now having a young daughter plays a part?
I think
in how he feels about this.
Possessive when the baby was born.
You think?
Yeah.
Possessive.
Because let me tell you something. I got 2 daughters. I'm very possessive over my daughters. And I'm very possessive of the perception that they see from their mom. I don't have to worry about
protective then.
I don't have to worry about that. But he might be on some shit like, man, we got daughters. She's seeing you talking about wet ass pussy.
That's what I mean. So you think?
But he's still switching the game up, though, okay?
Yeah, that's true,
bro. All right, so he's switching the game up, right? How about maybe he just sitting at home during that quarantine and she blowing the fuck up and he like, nigga, I did not sign up to be nobody's housewife. I'm not a bitch. I'm not a bitch.
But that's it. But if that's the case, if that's the case, then that's just straight ego. Yeah, that's straight ego though. If like when it comes to like measuring, like measuring popularity and measuring paper and all that is straight ego. That's an ego trip within the relationship.
That's what I'm saying. The dude is on some dictatorship type shit.
We can speculate all night on this.
But I mean, that's all. This is all like, but that's the point. Phoenix. All these are theories. You know.
Let me tell you, all the men, close your ears. All the men, open your ears, and I'm gonna tell you how I know this shit. I'm gonna tell you what we men do. Right? You got your woman, right? When you and your woman get in that bed and you start hitting that ass, you know what you tell your woman? Whose pussy is this? That's dictatorship. You want to confirm with her that she understands that this is my property.
And I have never asked a woman that a day in my fucking life. I have never asked a woman that.
He said you tell him, right?
And even though you don't want your confidence broken whatsoever, I'm just in the moment.
No,
this could be the last time. Period. You understand?
I'm just saying.
Bello say he tell him.
I tell him. But that's dictatorship. Like you claiming property. That's like slavery. You telling a whole other individual outside of yourself that you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't.
We're speculating. Now we're speculating.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We're speculating, and I think we spent too much fucking time on this topic anyway. But we're speculating. There's been no facts. All we know that one thing's for sure, one thing's for certain, is that they are definitely headed towards the abyss of divorce, and she don't want nothing from him, you know.
Well, I'll say this, and we can close off on it. At the end of the day, as I think Phoenix already said, like for real, all these are just theories in a sense. At the end of the day, none of us know Cardi personally. None of us know Offset personally. And none of us know what go on in their house, point blank, period. And whether we know the real root of it all, we may never know. Because once again, I'm another one of those people who personally think what happens in that house need to stay in the house, personally.
Yeah.
You know, that they deserve their privacy, and then if they want to divorce quietly, they deserve every right to. But at the end of the day, it's all theory and speculation. That's it.
Yeah.
We done kicked that horse in the
Hell
nuts.
yeah. All right, so
let's move on.
So real quick, moving on to the next one. I just need y'all to answer this either whack or nah. So Dr. Dre's wife
wait. Whack or nah?
Yeah, whack or nah.
Does that make sense?
Whack.
Whack or nah? Meaning
we about to find out.
Yeah, either it's whack
yay or nay.
It's not whack. Yeah. All right, so
okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
So Dr. Dre's ex-wife Nicole Young seeks co-ownership of the Dr. Dre name. Is that whack or not?
Super duper duper whack.
Can I just say something, please? This man done had this name since the 80s. Where in the fuck does she get the audacity to try to claim something this man done had since the 80s? He ain't know her age. Didn't know her, didn't smell her, ain't seen her, didn't even think about her. He met this woman.
Yes, that's my whole point. There was a whole
prenup, but then the thing is, remember, she has law history. But then she's saying he ripped it up. I'm pretty sure him ripping it up is not the only copy. I'm sure his lawyers got copies. My thing is this: how the hell can you try to take ownership of Dr. Dre, the name, and the Chronic?
Produce one beat.
The album. She's trying to get royalties and half sold, of stuff that he did before he met this woman.
Let me say this. I met Dr. Dre. That's one of my biggest idols, believe it or not. You know what I mean? I was always a fan of Dr. Dre. And I met Dr. Dre one time. I met a lot of celebrities, but, I met Dr. Dre one time when I was in Cali. And I swear on everything, man, that dude, man, is a fucking genius. You know what I mean? He was the inspiration for me to rap. You know what I mean? And at that time when I met him, I was just getting into rap. Like I wasn't like Dr. Dre, listen to my shit. You know what I mean? Nothing like that. You know what I mean? But I knew some people that knew some people and shit. And I ended up meeting him and shit. And I wasn't even really sold on rap or nothing at that time. So I wasn't trying to pitch nothing. But that's that man's name. Now I understand you want 50% of property, maybe. 50% of net worth, maybe, but his name? Fuck
man,
no.
Man, well, listen, that really blows me. If she want to claim something, she can go with Aftermath because they was married when he did that. But the Chronic and Dr. Dre belongs to him.
Dr. Dre belongs to him.
Of the Chronic. Like it don't make sense. I don't understand it. I don't want nobody to think I'm trying to bash her, but that's straight bullshit. And she's being greedy.
Wait a minute. World Class Wrecking Crew, you want that money too?
Yeah, apparently she's really trying to take his head. And it's a little bit too much. I just don't understand that.
What was going on? Like at the end of the day,
we don't know.
That's the whole thing. But at the end of the day, this goes back to the argument we had, or like the discussion we had before. What is it out there that fully protects a man when it comes to the court of law? Because they had a whole prenup, and because she's a whole attorney, she can work. There's a loophole for that. Now a prenup doesn't stand. He has Dr. Dre is a name that is trademarked under him. He on paper owns that name. That doesn't protect him. He owns the copyrights to his records and all that stuff. Paperwork for that doesn't. That doesn't hold. That is ridiculous to me. Straight up ridiculous. It's whack.
But wait, you know what that is? That's greed and somebody who's being spiteful.
That's what I said.
Straight up.
And if she get parts of that, like
she got everything. It's greed and somebody being spiteful. She already rich.
Straight up.
On top of the fact she wants $2 million a month for rich.
Wow.
That is what you get for marrying a fucking lawyer. You never marry a lawyer or a policewoman or a policeman.
A lawyer at that time, was she?
Well, women already know how to argue. Now you got a professional arguer.
And the thing is,
Like,
she
so
came
sorry.
from, I think
I'm
she
so
was
sorry
married
to
to a
say
basketball
How
player at
much
first,
money
wasn't
she
she?
want a month?
$2 million, bro.
$2 million.
Hold on, let me
Two-
hold on. I'm sorry, bitch. Please.
My God.
Who
Now
the
we
fuck
definitely
needs $2
got to
million
move
a
past
month?
this topic, y'all.
Yeah.
We did this last week. We definitely burnt this up last
But
week.
no. But since
We
we got
all feel like it's a complete
Yeah.
whack, like it's a complete whack job.
Yeah, but since we have a guest on, I think Bello got a whole clip he want to unload. So
Wait
you
a
got the
minute.
floor, my guy.
$2 million a month, bitch. Sorry for my language. You already rich.
Clutching my pearls over here.
You know what? And that's the reason why it's so hard for a rich man to make it into heaven. It's harder than threading a needle through a camel wire. Because everything ain't about money, man. You want to milk that man for. First of all, you will probably be a broke ass broad had he never even took interest in you.
I still like to.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
Maybe
we don't know that because she is a
wouldn't be
lawyer.
$2 million a month. I know that.
But she knows the law and she knows California and she knows the DAs. And she knows she's part of the bar, bro. Like she's the inside. She's the fly on the wall. She knows everything.
I know lawyers. I got friends.
Well, that's what. Oh
you're not gonna be making no $2 million a month as a lawyer. I don't give a hell if you Slocum.
Oh, Mike Slocum.
Mike Slocum ain't making
Mike Slocum. Everybody seen that commercial. Oh man, that is wild.
$2 million a year. I give you that. $2 million a month.
That's crazy though.
Every 30 days. That means that you stay in court, you sleep in court, you wake up in court, you go sleep in court. $2 million a month.
I still
we see that and we ain't even millionaires. I've seen that and I ain't even a fucking millionaire, bro.
I would like to know thoroughly what is her argument for going after his name. What entitles her to that?
It's called cutting off his nuts, Mo.
Like, I know, but like,
I
know, no. I know that, but I want to know how is she going to persuade the court of law? What is her full argument for saying
marriage?
Yeah, and she's trying to say that they jointly owned it. They jointly owned Dr. Dre and the Cardi.
So both of them are on the trademark.
Let me tell you about the law when it comes to marriage.
Valuable trademark is what she's saying.
Wow.
Anything that you create during a marriage is jointly owned.
But it wasn't created during the marriage.
It wasn't.
So she ain't on shit.
That's the thing.
The name
Dr. Dre
wasn't created. But anything else that was created during the marriage,
that's on my
prenup.
Aftermath
and all that other stuff. Okay.
But she's trying to get this man's name. He's worse than Ike Turner.
Yeah.
Sure. Because Dr. Dre was Dr. Dre back in the 80s when he was wearing glitter jackets with the stethoscope around his neck.
That was a world-class wrecking crew.
Facts. Yes. So this is before them.
Since the 80s. They didn't meet till the 90s. They didn't get married till 96. So how do you think you have any right to this man's name or that album?
Just don't get married.
Don't say that.
Don't get married.
But don't, because you might persuade some people.
Because if you're a millionaire,
and it's not, but it's not married. It's the person that you marry or the.
Damn, y'all arguing this shit. Fuck
I know,
them.
that's all great.
Fuck Cardi B.
We need to get off of it.
All right. So anyway, in other news, young. In other news.
I'm about to file my J, man.
So look.
What else?
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the sexy Taraji. Ooh.
Turning up.
Taraji.
I'm mad at Taraji. I don't even mess with her no more.
Why you mad with Taraji?
Why? What's wrong, OG?
Because she carried me. I told her I was going to send her a bottle of Bello Burn, and she carried me.
Oh.
So I got a vendetta against Taraji.
Can't win them all, big homie. Can't win them the fuck all, bro.
She'll come around.
It's all good, Taraji.
Yeah, you better.
Anyway, happy belated birthday, lady. You were showing that body off, and thank you for showing it to everybody. You look good.
Happy birthday, Yvette.
So real quick, funny topics. You stupid. Funny topic. A Florida man fights off a gator and end up with 65 stitches.
So now, what's the kicker about that? He fought him off for what?
Was it the gator attacking the kid or his dog?
No. He was fighting it all for his fucking dog, Mo.
The golden retriever. Hey, he went down there.
Some dogs are like family to people. Yo, I saw somebody square up with a whole kangaroo over their dog.
I saw that.
and give them a whole
But
cross.
Did you hear about the Florida lady who saved her dog from the gator and ended up getting dragged in the lake by the gator and died?
He almost did.
I did not know.
This man was 61 years old. I'm sorry, Goldie.
I love my dogs. I got a Conne Corso on a pit bull right here in the cage. I love my dogs. But I tell you what, if that gator get their ass, bon appetit, nigga.
What? All right. So what if it was what if it was like my man?
Mothers.
What if it was like my man who hit Kangaroo Jack with a combo? Would you square up with a kangaroo?
A kangaroo ain't got no motherfucking jaws, bro.
But no,
a kangaroo ain't gonna take you down in the water and maul your ass.
Look, a kangaroo is brolic, it got a jail body, and one drop kick from with them claws will leave your insides on the ground. I can take a
drop kick for my dog, bro. I can wreck.
Is a kangaroo carnival?
Fuck no, they eat lettuce. They eat lettuce and leaves, bro. And they carry niggas in pouches. Nigga, like, no, fuck no. I can rock with a kangaroo, my nigga. You hear me?
Would you run with a deer over your dog? They not a
deer, yeah.
I fuck a deer up. I fuck all these little gummy. All of them got gums and shit, bro. Anything that eat grass got gums and shit, bro.
That kangaroo got just as much boxing experience as you do, my guy. It's gonna go to
it up, bro. Hey, listen, whole T. Did you see when the dude hit the kangaroo? The motherfucker paused and was like, "Oh shit, they hit back like a motherfucker!" Like, come on, bro.
He was like, "Oh, this dude bold."
Alligators are fucking, bro. That's a fucking dinosaur, Mo. They got no sense.
They fight each other real hands, though.
Yeah, they do. Kangaroos, like.
So do rabbits, nigga. I eat rabbits. I don't give a fuck. That's a big ass rabbit to me, bro.
All right, go up to that kangaroo and eat him. See if you're gonna get away with a meal. See if you're gonna get a meal out that kangaroo.
Kangaroo Jack tail gonna be mine, nigga. I'm gonna have kangaroo tails instead of ox tails, motherfucker.
You gotta get the tail first. Get that kangaroo.
You know the crazy thing about this whole story? He lived 75 yards from the water. From where he almost
see that's fucking in. Florida, young. Hold up. That's the reason why everybody's so fucking crazy down there is because you're sitting around that motherfucker dodging dinosaurs, bro. Who in the fuck, young? I'd rather play in traffic on I-95 every morning, blindfolded, than fuck around and come out my front yard and it's a whole stealthy ass 15-foot alligator that don't know shit. But kill your ass.
He's talking about some. He thought the chances of him getting bit by, he thought him getting attacked by a rattlesnake was more chances than him getting attacked by the gator. Dude, you can walk to the water.
Bruh, Wigger. Hold on. I can't call him that, but Wigger, shut up.
When you go to Florida,
in Florida,
you walk around the lakes and stuff, they got signs, right?
A sign.
Look, in Florida,
say beware of alligators.
Bruh. Not even just that. There's cases in Florida every day of people going out in their backyard and they find 2 or 3 of them in their swimming pool.
Motherfucker.
You go outside and get ready for work. You see one sitting up underneath your car getting shade.
On my mama, bruh. I ain't with the shits, bruh. That's why I ain't no Louisiana motherfucker. All them people down there in Louisiana, they goats. Everybody in Florida, they some goats. That's why they crazy as that shit.
You know what the season is in the Carolinas, right?
What?
Copperhead season.
Oh, shoot. Get out of here with that. Shoot.
Baby copperheads got more powerful venom than adults. Now in the Carolinas, it's copperhead season.
You can have. I ain't going outside. In the
Bro,
grass.
I was born there. I was born there, and I'll be
You can
damned
have
if I
that.
live there. You
I
understand
just
me?
came back
You hear me?
like 2 weeks ago. I'm telling you something, man. And you know, I teach construction safety, confined space, all that stuff. And I tell them every time you go further south, the more venomous things get.
Facts.
Now
No,
up
facts,
here,
Bruh, when
man.
I was in the military,
we got moccasins, you know, we got water snakes, you know what I mean? We got a couple of copperheads. Y'all seen the picture of the copperhead that was caught down Haynes Point?
I have not.
no. When the
The
fuck did
joint
it
was
make
on
it
the
there? Because
fence.
there's a lot of
Joint
traffic
was
out that
sitting on the
bitch.
fence. Copperhead.
And what friendly, and let me guess, because it's gentrified now, what friendly, mayo-loving son of a bitch decided to save it
You know,
and put it
the
in a
white
fucking
people walk
museum?
up to, oh, look at this, so beautiful. Oh.
Stupid. But you know what else? You know what else
Silly
get people
asses.
up? You know what else get people up here though? We know what else get people up here? Them damn black widow spiders. Teeny ass spiders.
Oh, yeah, we
but
got
if you get bit by one of them spiders with the red hourglass on their behind, 5 minutes. If you ain't getting help in 5 minutes, on the 6th minute, you probably gonna be dead.
Man,
When I was in the military,
man, I deal with animals every single day.
bro, when I was in the military, we was
10
down there.
snakes this summer.
Bruh, hold on. First and foremost, let's get over the fear of these motherfuckers, okay? Let's put this in perspective, okay? When I was in the military, we were stationed down there in New Mexico and El Paso borderline, right? Place called Camp Donna Ana, right? We went out every night, and we was in like these 10 cities, right? And so underneath was, you know, they raise it up off the ground because it's too hot. You dig? We would go out there, man, and catch 10 to 20 rattlers a night. May I say this? Fuck an alligator because they don't give a shit. Rattlesnake will get the fuck and roll. They understand, like, I don't really need to use my venom. I only got a couple times to use this shit before I gotta eat and then I gotta rejuvenate. Snakes are not the problem. But these niggas in Florida with these green mutant alligators and shit, some shit off of Power Rangers and shit, bro. Bro. Fuck that.
Louisiana got them too, though. In them bayous, boy.
I was just in Noya last year.
Shoot.
Matter of fact, I got a bunch of pictures because I went in the bayou and I went on an alligator tour.
I can only imagine you saw Godzilla out there.
Plantoon boat, right?
This nigga think he Tarzan.
And look, they feeding the alligators these little marshmallow, like little thingy thing, whatever it was on a stick. And I got a video of it. It's this damn alligator about 15 feet long, and he rise up out of the water like this and take the little treat and almost slam into the fucking boat. I'm like, oh fuck no!
Like, I'm going though. Turn this bitch around.
And he's speeding. This dude on the boat, right? The operator of the boat, he's speeding through the bayou, and I'm like, Slim, if you tip this motherfucker before the alligator get me, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Like, for real. I'm not gonna be in this fucking water. It's filled with alligators. Alligators everywhere.
So look, since we talk about more funny news, an Oklahoma driver begs the cop to let her poop before driving off.
Well, shit, she had the shit.
Have you ever had your butthole sweat so bad because you were trying to hold it, motherfucker? That's not an ordinary muscle that you hold tight. Nobody clenches their ass, bro. Nobody really has to clench their ass, bro.
Man, one thing about me is I don't use public restrooms. And when I'm outside, like inspecting construction sites, I don't use a porta john. I will hold that shit until I get the fuck home.
You are not alone, bro.
With that. But when you gotta go, especially if you eat some McDonald's bullshit, your ass gonna be tingling.
Man, look, I done shit it over logs. I done leaned over top of that. Them shit. Look, being ex-military, bro. And they give you a folded up little square that has like 5 squares of toilet paper in there. You have to learn how to wipe without getting it on your fingertips, bro. You best not. You best not fuck around and miss White, bro.
Hey, bro.
Like
you know what? All I'm gonna say is thank you for your service.
Hey, bro, don't thank me. Thank my fucking recruiter, goddamn it. Them some bitches sold me a dream, you know. She's like, they're flirting with my father and everything.
I tried to go in the military, telling me I was too fat.
Hey, bro, you know what's crazy? I went in that joint at 285. I just got finished throwing shot put, bro.
Was this after Iraqi war?
Bro, no, because I went in 99. I graduated. I went in 99. But they let me in at 285, bro. Now, of course, I was the butt of all fucking jokes. I had to go in that motherfucker and be serious about it. But man, they let me in that
motherfucker. Too fat and I was juvenile delinquent. I was like, fuck y'all then.
Hey, bro. I got locked up in that motherfucker for.
After that, you know why I listened in? DC
What's
jail.
there? Oh shit. Oh shit. He's in that joint.
DC jail. I signed up.
You stupid.
Man. But we gotta ask this serious question because this is poignant. How many people have shitted on themselves in life?
I never did.
I have not, thankfully. I have not.
As an adult?
I made it just this close.
Yo,
as an adult,
I've come close so many times.
I mean, I can't,
because
I thought it was a fart.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then it just shorted out.
But then you shut it off like this.
Just this close.
Yeah. Yeah. Bruh. Like, yo, you gotta get lucky to shut it off. Cause I bet you when you think it's a fart, you just try to push that joint out like, yo, this fart about to fill. And then
But bro, hey, can't quit. Hey, yeah.
To explode, you shut it off.
Hey Mo, hey, look, whole time, whole time. It's a big difference between a turtle head of peeking and you got diarrhea. You can shut the sewage system off for a little bit.
Yeah.
But when you got that block sitting right there, that joint like, bro, I got to get out. I got to get the fuck out.
But like I've come close so many times. I've had the shit so bad, you know, when you on the way to the bathroom, but you got to stop because it's starting to seep out. And you got to lock it in there. Like if I move one more step, it's going to come out. And I'm not, and it's going to come out.
Okay, Cardi B. Okay, Cardi B.
No, Cardi B will get on. Cardi B got on live while she was shitting and just let the world know she was shitting. But no.
Hey, yo, I'm over here weak as shit.
Why is it when you get to the bathroom, you just lose control?
Because that's your second brain, bro. That's your second brain.
When you see the toilet, your mind is like, all right, let it go.
No, your asshole actually knows when the fuck you're getting home, just like your bladder does. The organs are your second brain.
You like this in the bathroom, like, oh shit.
Right.
Bruh, I can't build a bird's nest fast enough.
Oh man.
Now look, so while we on it, what's the weirdest place you've actually had? Because I know you don't do construction sites and porta potties, but you probably do some weird shit, bro. Because there's no way that you have never been caught up in the fucking smoke and been like, yeah, I can hold this shit. I know I'm focused. You can't focus your asshole like that, bro.
All right, bro.
This place was at a rest stop outside my car.
So instead of using a restroom, you, my nigga, love the shit in public. Okay, are you a serial shitter? Okay, are you?
First of all, it was dark, it was nighttime, and it was cold as shit. So I opened the passenger door, let the heat come out through that door, and I took the shit right down the curb and moved my spot.
Bro, I got one hell of a sport.
I got one.
I was trying to be, but
I got one, and I'll say it because I don't think it's going to be as drastic as AI's over here. I just got a feeling. Most awkward time I ever had to take a shit was in the middle of an exam in school. Like, bro, like when I was in Bowie, I forgot what class it was. Middle of an exam. When I say I was locked up in that desk and I could not move because I was afraid if I was to make any sudden move, the latch on the gate was going to open. I was afraid. Like, I was terrified. So there was at least a good 5 minutes a complete stillness, no motion, until I was sure I had everything under control. Then I finished the exam. But after the exam,
did you pass the exam?
I passed. I got an A on that exam.
He should.
I know that
so much
specifically.
tension in his ass.
Oh, yo, I was
brain.
My focus was on all cylinders that day. My focus was on every cylinder possible. So I passed that motherfucking exam.
I bet you did.
All facts, I did.
So of course, because I am GIMO, and of course I always have the craziest shit because I'm retarded. I just met this babe. She was Zeta Phi Beta, some shit like that. You know, older babe. Now I'm a young dude, right? I went over her house the first time. She ain't had no fan in her bathroom, and her bedroom literally right there next to it, right? So I peeped the move, right? So this time she giving me some action, right? So I pull up. All of a sudden, the BGs hit.
Oh.
I look left and right. I'm like, hey, I can't go in here and blow her shit up because if she hears me blow it up, like it's explosive. Like it's gonna be fucked up. She's not gonna be turned on yet, and I'm gonna stink the whole fucking house up, right? Because I know this is gonna be bad. Fucking around, I look to my left, and it's a bridge leading to a park, and I can show y'all the exact place. So of course, my military instincts kick in. I take a T-shirt that I got in the car. I sit on the edge of the bridge, nigga, on the rail, and bust that shit, bro. And I'll bust that shit, bro, in the middle of the night.
Oh no!
Damn, son.
It's weird because
I was so scared, yeah, because I wanted to fuck. Have you ever wanted to fuck so bad, yeah? You shit,
bruh.
I got excited, bro.
I was messing with a girl years ago that worked for the Army, because I used to be a safety tech for the Navy. And they had a joint command, NMRC, Army Navy, Walter Reed. And I went over her house. She had 2 bathrooms, right? So I went in the other bathroom away from the bedroom, you know what I mean? Because I knew I was going to blow this motherfucker out. Man, I tore that joint up, tried to conceal it and everything. Took my T-shirt, put it, at the door, at the bottom of the door so it won't get out. You know what I mean? So I ended up doing what I had to do. I come out of the joint, I close the joint real fast, keep it in there, cut the fan on, you know what I mean? And later on that night, she was like, damn, bro, you just blew my bathroom. I was like, but bro, you got 2 bathrooms. Like, you never took a shit before. Like, we got the whole argument, though.
Because, hey, look. I don't know, because women the same way too, and I'm listening Wheezy. We all listening. We waiting on you, Wheezy.
They don't blow it up though. That's the thing.
Hold on. Women, every woman blows it up. They stink the worst, bro.
Let me go real quick.
Snore.
All right, so Brock, go ahead, Rock.
All right, so real talk, funny shit. So my mother had made either my mother or my wife had made some chili, right? Talking about the night before, I was fucking that shit up. Extra bowls, the cornbread, the whole 9. I'm talking about fat boy heaven, right? So I wake up the next morning.
Chili,
bro.
He had to use the damn reverb.
You ain't right.
I woke up the next morning. You know what I'm saying? I had to go wash clothes because I had an interview early in the morning. So I went downstairs to the laundry room. So I'm like, before I went down there, I was like, do I take this quick shit or I can wait? Because I don't want to go down there and be blown and somebody already got their shit in there. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go down there. Boom. So I go downstairs, and as soon as I turn the water on, activated. I'm like, oh shit, emergency. Where the fuck can I go? Where can I go? Right. I grabbed the motherfucking the trash can that they had in there. You know what I'm saying? I shit it inside the trash can. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that.
Been there before, bro. Been there before. I got way worse stories, bro.
Look, so the whole team, my mother watched the show, so she don't understand the reason why she went downstairs and that junk was just reeking. Yeah, mama, that was me.
Dang, you ain't even take the trash out?
I took the
trash. You was dead in Burns, bro?
No, bro. I wasn't telling my mother at like 8 in the morning, hey, ma, yeah, I shit it downstairs.
That's you her baby, bro. She done wiped your shit since you was born, bro.
You know the worst thing ever is taking a shit in prison.
Oh, I never did that. Never had to.
You know what we use? How did we take
I
a shit?
have.
First of all, we only take a shit when they open the cell. Because, you know, if you take a shit with your celly in there, you got to take the baby powder and get it all in the air. You know, your celly will turn over, face the wall while you're taking the shit. And this is a habit I have now. Every time one little turd drop in the water, you flush the toilet. That's how you do in prison. You don't keep that shit in the toilet. Now you take a shit and you flush at the end. No, you flush every time that shit hit the water. Flush.
We telling jail stories. Same here, bro.
When that shit,
courtesy flush.
When look,
courtesy,
you holding your
courtesy.
whole shit. You holding it until count time is over and they open the doors. You tell your celly, hey man, I gotta take a shit. The celly leave out, you take some toilet paper, you wet it, you put it on the window so nobody can see you taking the shit.
This right here, y'all. This right here is the reason why this is the greatest fucking show on earth, because there is nowhere where you will go where we can ruin your fucking late night dinner. Okay. Now, we've been waiting all night for this one because we don't have the other lady in the house.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Weezy, it is your turn. Because women shit on babies. Y'all have babies and shit on the baby too. So I'm listening.
I did it. All 5 of mine, I did not. And that was one thing I was hoping I did not do, and I did not. So I can say that proudly. I don't even know. I haven't had any outside pooping stories. I know it was
bullshit.
one.
You know you got
no, I'm dead serious. No, never outside.
It's...
Never outside. I have peed outside though. But I have never had to poop outside. I always outside. I always get this close, and then I get somewhere.
How do you have a conservative asshole?
Oh, you done shit it somewhere before.
I'm very stubborn. I refuse.
I've heard of shy glizzy, but never shy ass.
You didn't shit it. You didn't shit it in a ficus pot or something.
No, never. I'm very stubborn. So I will squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. I know the one time I almost got caught. I was walking on Marlboro Pike on my way to the store, and I don't remember what I ate. But it had me running back and forth to the bathroom. So I went to the store, went and got the stuff, used the bathroom in the shoppers. Because I couldn't hold it. And then I walking past the shoppers, coming back where the McDonald's used to be right there on Marlboro Pike and Glacier, right in that area right there. And so as soon as I walked past the McDonald's, it hit me again. So I had to squeeze real hard and run to the McDonald's, and I did tear it up. But I've never had an outside experience, but I have had to pee. The weirdest place I had to pee was at the Metro in the parking garage.
So what you telling us is that you have a baby bladder, but the most sophisticated and bionic asshole that has known the man, because there is no human being.
Bro, you killing me with the comments.
I'm serious. I know he keep commenting in the damn show.
So easy. Are you
outside poop experience?
So are you trying to say you have an educated sphincter?
Yeah.
I am telling you that I'm just that stubborn that I'm going to squeeze the shit out of my ass. And the reason why I've had this training is because of the 5 vaginal births that I had.
And you never shitted on none of your kids.
No.
So none of your kids
No. You have to push from your butt. You have to push from your butt to push the baby out. Believe me, I know.
So none of your
my baby mother shit on my kids.
But the muscles are connected. Therefore,
Phoenix, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had a hard shit that fucked up your membranes?
No.
Like the turd was just
Jesus Christ, bro. You're free, my nigga. You are free.
That's constipation.
You are free.
Yeah, that's but I have had him.
We free now, bro. You strong arming and shit.
I just never had that. Thankfully, never had that. I always, but I have witnessed. I have witnessed people do it, but I have never done it.
You witness people do it.
You witness people shit in public.
Who you witness?
My best friend.
Oh, she had a hard shit and she was straining.
We was on the way to Charlestown with my father, and I don't know. She just had problems. So we had to pull over on the road, and she had to shit in the ditch. while we was in the car on the way to Charlestown. So
That sounds like a country
So
song.
what did you?
had the shit in the ditch
With some moonshine.
Had me in white. Anyway,
So while
Yeah,
she was shit, while she was shitting, what did you do?
I was trying to make sure she was okay.
I'm just saying.
Were you
No,
intrigued?
no.
Did you hold her hair?
No,
Did you part her cheeks?
You didn't give her no emotional.
I was the lookout, and I also found stuff for her to wipe. I found stuff on top of her.
See, you missed the perfect opportunity. Because if you'd have looked out, I would have at least pulled a, "Hey y'all, Smokey back here taking his shit." Like this, I would have did one of them. I would have just come on.
You a butthole.
Yeah.
Hard shit though.
I cannot believe we just spent 20
We just
minutes talking about foul stuff, young. This is
my dog's
all right.
Y'all get on my nerves. Hey, okay.
So wait a minute.
Before my phone died, can we go into this?
All right, next subject. You better put that charger on.
I can't. My phone won't charge. I have to cut it off. I got to get another charger. It won't charge with it on. Yeah, if I plug it up now, it'll suck the juice out the phone. I don't know what the hell happens to my charger.
Did you just say suck and juice out of the phone with a no?
All right, next subject.
Hey, I can say that and not put the no homo.
Next subject.
The next subject is: does sex really matter in a relationship?
Hell.
Oh, well, good grief. I just got the damn question out.
You ain't even have to ask that question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Look, I asked this question because I know it varies with age. I know the younger you are, the more focused you are on sex, right? The older you are, of course, you want to have sex, but then there are different things that come in. How important is it in the relationship? How important is sex in a relationship?
I'm disappointed in you right now. Because you usually up on the stats and stuff. If you looked up the recent stats, older people are fucking 80 and up. Like, so apparently it means something.
Well, this wasn't my question. I don't know who brought this question up. Rob.
Gotta be me.
Question. Yeah.
Zena said,
he also brought up, can there be a relationship without head?
Fellatio.
Without head?
Fellatio is key.
Look, all that good
that's how a woman taps in or tethers into a man's sympathetic nervous system.
I got divorced because she ain't like giving head.
Really?
Look, he got very serious because he had to lean into the camera.
I know he had to get quiet for a second.
He had to get close.
She didn't even like getting head.
Really?
No. All right. Because I ain't going front. I like eating coochie. So come on. You got to meet me halfway.
Hold on. First of all, and I'm not trying to go off subject. First of all, a lot of niggas don't even know how to eat pussy.
Right.
That's why some women don't like it.
That's an issue for some.
But
anyways,
they're looking all in the wrong place.
They motorboating the coochie and shit.
No. They eat the butt instead of the guts.
Weezy, have you ever had your coochie? Had you ever had your coochie motorboated?
Yeah.
How did it feel?
Well, look, let me ask you this. Have you ever had a nigga lick the ABCs on your pussy?
I think we're going to get banned for this show, bro.
Now,
may I say this? I have to put a disclaimer out because he is a special guest.
Yeah.
That these are not the views of the No Filter Show. God damn, bro.
We got to do this guest host shit more.
Let me go into why a lot of women don't like receiving. Some women that don't like receiving will give. Some, like in Bello's situation, don't want. But some people are really rough. Some fellas are really rough, and they also think what works well on one woman will work on the other, and that's not the case. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of with y'all. What works on, what we can do for one guy may not work for y'all. So you actually
Althea's have to. Just said that she doesn't like that shit neither.
She don't. Yeah, it's because Althea. Reese Cup.
That's why you got to coordinate.
You got to coordinate. You got to communicate.
Because we're actually very sensitive down there. I've had experiences.
Some women like it sensitive.
Some do, and the thing exactly, you have to, And I have been in situations where I could have almost knocked this dude out. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm not a steak. You got to sue me.
I would like to eat raccoon.
So he was. So wait. So he got down there and started chewing. So he got down there and started chewing.
It was really, really rough. And
something really funny, right? Let me tell you something really funny. I was in my garden yesterday and I was picking habaneros. You can't pick habanero peppers without wearing gloves.
Mm-hmm.
So late on the night, I got with my woman. I started, put my hand on the pussy and shit.
Oh,
she jumped up. She was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
can we bleep this out?
No.
Yo,
like her shit.
Bello, why Bello?
Yo, you literally just pepper sprayed her pussy and shit. Like, basically, that's some funny shit.
Hey, no.
He was the police of the vagina.
Yo, Weezy, have you been pepper sprayed?
No,
thankfully.
No, but it was innocent because I don't feel it because I'm used to it.
But why wouldn't you have your gloves on?
I put my hand on her and she was like, "Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit." I was like,
"Yeah, because that's a mucous membrane." So
she was like, "My pussy hot." I said, "It's supposed to get hot."
Like that's what it's supposed to do.
No. Okay.
You know what I did?
All right.
You know what I did? I got up and went in the freezer and got her a Ziploc bag of ice.
Hey, what if that's foreplay? You gotta heat it up, then ice it.
Hey man,
no. This ain't no icy hot. God damn it!
That sounds like the first time I caught blue balls at the movie theater.
No. Don't talk about blue Phoenix, balls, you gotta have an open mind. Open mind. Your man gotta go in there. If he go in there and he said, "Look, we gonna do the icy hat. First, I'm gonna heat it up, then I'm gonna ice it." You gotta be open to it.
I'm about to make a Bello Burn KY jelly.
There you go.
Bruh,
that's a brand expansion for you.
Only going to be sold in.
It's going to be
sold in South and Central America because they like it spicy.
No, he need to get at Spencer. Spencer's going to sell it.
They're going to sue the shit out of me. That's what's going to happen.
I can't.
Gonna start falling out and shit.
All right. So when you try the icy hot method, let us know how it go, Weezy.
Louisa will not be trying that. I'm sorry. If it's breath hot, fine. You better not put no fucking peppers, no in me. But let me give y'all the stat. This was done in 2017. It said the 18 to 29-year-olds average sex. The average sex was 112 times per year, which is like 2 times per week. 30 to 39-year-olds averaged 86 times per year. 40 to 49-year-olds average 69 times a year. So that was in 2017. And average, just means the median.
So wait, 69 times could be less. Average out to what?
With 40 to 49-year-olds. Okay.
This man wants us to do math and shit while we live.
I'm not about to
Hold on real quick.
He want exact numbers, I guess.
69 times a year is like what? Once every 3 weeks?
59 times.
If
they go by
pretty much.
Once a week.
Pretty
once
much.
a week.
And which age group was that?
Less than once a week. So maybe about 2 or 3 times a month.
And which age group was that?
That was 40 to 49.
40 something.
Okay.
40 to 49 years. But that was in 2017. And that's just an average. That's just a median because it could be more.
It gotta be the average.
And it could be less.
What's the numbers?
Huh?
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I was gonna ask what were the number. Well, not for mine, but like over. I'm curious. Like what's like over that?
They didn't give a.
You want the 75 to 80-year range,
but they give that
because I saw a stat on that. I saw a stat on that, and that joint was high. Like you would have thought the baby boomers ain't retired.
Nah, fuck
they ain't retired.
I could be 90 years old, still give me some pussy.
But the thing about that too, it depends on a lot of things is when I was married, it was times where I would only have sex maybe 2 or 3 times a year.
Oh hell,
no more than 4 times.
What?
What?
Mm-hmm.
She's a healer. She a healer. She had to heal herself.
No,
at
that time I wasn't healing myself. Oh, I heal myself now. I wasn't healing myself then.
I bet.
Yeah, because he was in depression a lot. He was depressed a lot.
I see.
And so I wasn't going to be selfish.
Oh, there you go.
You hear me? Oh, yeah, he was depressed a lot, so I didn't want to be selfish and do that if he wasn't able to do that.
But wait a minute.
Sorry.
You said once to 3 times a year?
But about 1 to 4 times a year. Because sometimes he would be in depression. The longest he was in depression was 9 months.
Now that's love. You deserve a fucking award.
What man?
I don't want no award.
You deserve it though.
1 to 3 times a year. Fuck depression.
He was but you know,
I jerk off when I'm depressed.
As his wife, I'm pretty sure he did. I don't know because I worked I came home, I was dealing with the kids and I cooked and cleaned up and so I was very understanding that he needed.
In his defense,
and I don't want to be out of line in what I'm about to say, but ain't no man, depressed or not, gonna get no pussy 3 times a year.
Hey,
I will say this psychologically.
I still was, but
I will say psychologically speaking, depression, depending on the severity of it, it affects people differently.
Yeah,
in different ways.
I was one of those people. That was one of the things in my marriage. I was highly depressed, but guess what got me? Guess what gave me that temporary happiness during that depression?
Let them know.
But I'm just saying, but that's how it affected you. But like I said, people are wired differently.
It's like me when I'm stressed out, I want to have sex. It's a stress reliever. But he wasn't working. He was, he was home, and that was just,
Well, I mean, there is some facts to that because if I'm not working, I shouldn't be thinking about sex. I should not be thinking about that maybe.
And there's a difference between stress and depression. There's a big difference there.
Because I don't give a fuck if I'm working, not working, homeless, or whatever. I want some pussy.
Bruh, I said shouldn't. I said shouldn't be. But that's the biggest time. That's why we have baby booms in times of high stress when it's war and all this shit because when you're stressed, the human nature is to procreate.
You want to relieve that stress in the best way you know how.
So and there's a difference and like I said, depression is not just stress. There's a big difference. But that's a whole different discussion.
You know what got me when I got married? My mindset was like, look, we got this big ass house. She was 27, I was 22. We got this big ass house in Beltsville. I'm like, I should be tearing your ass up in every room in this house. But that wasn't the case because she didn't think like that. You know what I mean? And that frustrated me. And I was like, man, we married. You made me wait. She made me wait a whole year. Like we was fucking. And then we decided to get engaged. She said, oh, we ain't fucking no more for a whole year till we get married. And I dealt with that. I didn't cheat.
Oh, wow.
I didn't cheat at all for a whole year. And I think that when she did that, I took away the energy that we had because it wasn't the same after we resumed. We stopped for a whole year, man. Slept in the same bed every night for a whole year. Now you talk about somebody sexually frustrated, man. I was like, Lord have mercy. If I'm working hard every day, I was a janitor at the time. I was working at Washington Venice Hospital. I was a janitor. I was sweeping floors. I'm seeing all these fat ass bitches and patients and doctors and shit walking past me. I'm like, oh man, I need me some. Hey, get home, stiff arm. You know what I'm saying? So it's a real big, but I learned a lot from it, and I learned that sex ain't everything at my age now. It's not, but it is important.
It is important. I had to learn a lot. I had to learn how to shut myself off. I learned a lot of things during that time. We were married almost 14 years. So I learned a lot. And
yeah, I did too. And right now, at my age, right now, you know, with everything I got going on, you know, I want what I want, but that's not gonna be the premise to my relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not about sex. Like, you can't do whatever the fuck you want to do and just give me some pussy and everything. All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hold you accountable. You know what I mean? Like, straight up. And same way that a woman should hold me accountable. You know, sex is not. First of all, sex is for multiplication. If we want to be technical, it wasn't really meant for pleasure. It was meant for multiplication. We turned it into pleasure.
We're going to say that one for a whole nother show.
Yeah, you know, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
You know, Bello, man, I kind of go off on a tangent sometimes. You know,
you might have to be a regular, bro. You might have to be a guest host at some point.
I told y'all anytime, you know, I'm no filter, man.
Hey, and that's real. Salute.
So, my bad. We're gonna have to get ready to wrap it up. I'm gonna put you on blast, but the Weezy phone about to die. That's all 5%.
Yeah, and I gotta do a live real quick and talk about
Team Android. I'm proud of you.
Hey, my Android held out, and it's usually good, but it's my charger.
It held out like your asshole did in many a time.
We're both stubborn.
It deserves an applause.
I don't even know what to say.
How's your asshole clap? Like, I don't even
know. So yeah, but I'm gonna tell you this one thing that one thing, yo, Rock. If anybody can do it, I know Red Vision TV can do it. We need to set up
TV.
Yeah,
Shout
much love.
No Filter Show. Y'all are amazing, and I'm happy y'all allowed me to come on tonight, man.
Much love, man.
Man, thanks a lot, bro.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on, my guy.
I gotta invite y'all over to my farm, man.
Oh, please.
Yeah. That's lit. That's lit.
Hey, bro, I got a bow and arrow. I'm ready to kill shit, bro. I'm on it. Let's do it.
I'm with it.
We love you,
Let's do it.
Love ya. So yeah, but like based on what we spoke on before, we need to set up this boxing match between AI and a kangaroo. Since he thinks he can catch a fade with one.
That kangaroo up.
Who
wants to eat kangaroo pouches, nigga?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Once he hits you with that first drop kick and your ass go 50 yards to the left, I'm just saying.
Hey, bro, always be on the swivel.
After the kangaroo hit his ass, he gonna take a shit.
Listen, hey, I ain't even gonna hold you. You right.
Yo, that's funny.
So yeah. Normally we do final words. I really don't have too much to say tonight.
Well, yeah, let's just do our outros then.
Yeah, this is a little weird because I don't really do this shit on my on my computer, so shit looks real different. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, Quick.
Hey, well, you already know. Most love, man. Yo, you was cutting out a little bit. Anyway, follow your boy at the Real K Quick. That's on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure y'all hit up the website IamKQuick.com where y'all can cop all the Beats, Bars, and Faith merch from my branch of the line, you know what I mean? And also all my social media is up there. Caught that new album, Asylum, on all music platforms. Shouts out to Beats, Bars, and Faith. You know what it is. K Quick. It's love.
What is he?
Oh, you can catch me on Facebook at the Blue Phoenix and on Instagram at the Blue Phoenix Hills. And since Boo Boo's not here, you can catch her at Juststar, JUSTSTAR everywhere. I forgot it's another part of her Instagram, but it's Juststar everywhere. Check her out. Love y'all.
See you later, Weezy. Bello,
20 Bello everywhere. www.belloburn.com. Shout out to Red Cinema. Shout out to No Filter Show. I'm out. Holla.
Man, everybody's exiting the stage left, but of course, I am your man, G.I. Mo on Instagram. You can find me at RedNose199 on Twitter and Al McDowell Ferguson on FB. And of course, the Red Nose stands for the pit bull, not the clown. You dig?
My man. And before I go, y'all got to see my face one more time. I am Taylor May Rock. Make sure y'all follow me everywhere at Taylor May Rock. It's been a pleasure. Once again, the No Filter Show. We out.